And we're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fourth year of our Games for Change weekend. My name is Wes Franks. My pronouns are they and he. They is fantastic. He works. But I'm so excited to be introducing us all for the 4 p.m. Eastern slot. There are a lot of other time zones represented in this cast, but 4 p.m. Eastern is where I'm at. So that's the time slot that I'm in right now. But there's going to be some chaos. There's going to be some dice throws, and we're certainly going to be having some money raised for a fantastic cause. This weekend, for this game, for the next 3 hours, and also for the rest of this weekend, we are raising money for PCRF, or the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. PCRF works to bring injured and sick children medical care at no cost to their families. From checkups to surgeries, PCRF works to provide medical care, humanitarian aid, and specialized surgical procedures, and their work is needed now more than ever. PCRF works to support a number of medical missions, such as the Pediatric Orthopedic and Educational Training, which trains local surgeons in pediatric orthopedic surgery through visiting specialists, training abroad, medical equipment, and treatment of complex patients. They also support volunteer medical missions for thousands of doctors and nurses from the USA, Italy, Chile, France, Germany, Spain, Japan, Australia, Egypt, Canada, Switzerland, and many other countries to give their time and expertise to train local doctors and treat thousands of children each year. They also work with more humanitarian projects such as Rice for Relief, an initiative that provides thousands of vital rice meals to Gaza, specifically the Al-Sawara camp and the Al-Biya camp areas. And they also provide refugee food aid. Before we dive in to this afternoon's game, let's get a couple of reminders out of the way, and then we'll meet our wonderful players. It is incredibly important that we focus on causes like this year-round, and not just during specific days or months of the year. Specifically, what is happening in Gaza and Rafah right now is something that should be a priority focus for outpouring of philanthropic work, or if you're trying to focus towards thinking of ways to give or ways to help out. Keep your eyes on Gaza. Reminder to the cast in the chat to please avoid using ableist language. We want to continue to keep this space safe. Also, donate if you can and within your means. If you cannot donate, we totally understand and appreciate you being here. There are other ways that you can help out by sharing our going live and donation link, or just by hyping us up in the chat. Go ahead and tell some friends. If you're in some Discords, I know you're in some Discords. Go ahead and drop it in the self-promotion channel. It's gonna look like this, the pound sign on your phone, and then it's gonna say self-promotion. And you're going to go in there and you're going to say, hey, there's a fantastic thing that's happening this weekend. Go ahead and check it out. It's that easy. You can just take the link that's above my head that's in the bar right now. If you're on your phone, there's a share link too. Go ahead and hit that up. And then I also want you to know that we appreciate that. And we also appreciate you being here. We also appreciate you hyping us up. We also appreciate you giving us ideas in the chat, but also don't be dissatisfied if we don't go with those ideas, because we're playing this game and you're watching. But feel free to engage with us, share some funny moments, let us know how your day's going, that kind of thing. And most importantly, the third rule of Fight Club: have fun. I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. The magical producer Fox that's in the chair next to me is going to have fun as well. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you the players of Seeds of Decay for Games for Change. I'm going to go pick the order and everything like that, but we're going to kick off, and it's going to be in the overlay order, so it's going to be really easy for everybody to follow along. But Calamity, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for us?
Hello, everyone. I'm Calamity. My pronouns are she, they. And I believe we're also introducing your characters. I literally just forgot what to say.
Go for it. Yeah.
Cool. Today I'm playing Din, your resident no thoughts at empty barn.
Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get Lemar next, please.
Top of the morning to you, lads, lasses, both, neither, and everyone in between. My name's Lemar. I go by he, him pronouns. Today I am playing a drow conquest paladin called Nana Mazer, who goes by she, her pronouns.
Fantastic. And then Selena next, please.
Hello, I am Selena Price. I go by she, her pronouns, and I am playing Lila Sunfire, your classic half-elf ranger, who also goes by she, her pronouns.
Excellent. And then we are going to go ahead and have Val next.
I know it says Sylvester. Hi, I don't know Sylvester's bio enough to actually fake that, but hello, I'm playing Finn, the fighter, today, and their pronouns are they, them. They attack things with garden tools, and I'm sure it's fine.
And then next we have Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian, aka Urban Bohemian. My pronouns are he, they. I am playing Sylvester, my adorable extra dragonborn bard, whose pronouns are also he, they, and is just ready to have some fun today.
Perfect. And then last but certainly not least, we've got our very own Farmar Flamebeard, Wapuche. What do you got?
All right. Yeah, I am Wapuche. My character is Farmar Flamebeard. We both use he, him pronouns. I am a human nerd, and Farmar is a dwarven cleric of life.
Excellent, excellent. And my name is Wes Franks. I'll be your game master for tonight. My pronouns are they, he, and I would love to present to you all Seeds of Decay. But first, we're going to take a quick break because we're missing something very important on the overlay. But we'll be right back. And we're back. I also try to speak a little bit louder. I've been practicing on speaking quietly lately because I'm a former theater kid and I always was told I talk too loud. But now I've kind of like overcorrected, and so I talk quietly now. So a lot of times my partner's like, "What? What are you saying?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm whispering at a cabinet." But let's go ahead and dive into the Seeds of Decay. Also just want to give a quick little shout out, by the way, to Splattering Games for Seeds of Decay. This is where this comes from. They have a nice little Dauber campaign setting. We'll get into that soon. But let's get into an introduction. Let's move a little bit here. The always green forest is a lush and beautiful land teeming with life and magic. From ancient towering trees and life-giving waters to deep crystal-lined caves, the awakened woodkin, majestic deerette, goblins, rat-kind, daubers of all traditions, and many more call it their home. Daubers are this world's, like, half-foots, halflings. However, there is trouble in the forest. A crack has formed in the darkness, leaking rotten decay. We see it now in the middle of this clear glade that seems like somebody's had a palette swap on it. What would normally be green and luscious blue sky is covered with dark, twisted, malign gray clouds, dark bark with shadows draped over tree branches, with this great crack in the middle of the ground, just leaking rotten decay, purple and green pustules. Trees are withering and crops are failing to mature. Strange, twisted creatures have been seen in the shadows, and fear has taken root in the hearts of these people. Many whisper through the hills and dales of the always green forest, the rot weaver has returned, and the forest will never be the same. This brings us to a road outside of the town of Lightwick. This road is one of the many roads that flow through the forest of the always green. It's well trodden. There are on either side wooden braced fences to keep those from wandering off, mainly time livestock or other animals. But right now it is being used and well trodden by some adventurers who we've lost one. Hopefully they come back. Let's hope. Let's hope. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. I'm seeing chat off to the side. Ignore that, Wes. Anyways, they'll come back at any time. But we see walking along this well-trodden road that leads towards Lightwick, Sylvester, can you describe to us how you look? What is the cut of Sylvester's jib? And what is Sylvester doing to pass the time for that very long, arduous 30-minute walk from the edge of Always Green Forest towards Lightwick?
Well, Sylvester is a gem dragonborn bard dressed, I think they think fairly fabulously. Kind of white and scintillating crystalline scales, and their traveling clothes are kind of also performing clothes. So it is dark leather with a few kind of rainbow inlays, and it comes down to an asymmetrical pant, leg, and skirt. And they are like kind of humming to themselves. They're also correcting like the lyrics of the song as they're walking along, and just kind of enjoying the vibes. They love the forest, and this is like it is a 30-minute walk, and by the end they may actually be like, why do I choose to do this? But they're still enjoying it.
Perfect. Perfect. As you're walking around and you're walking down this road and you're working through these lyrics, going back and forth, making corrections, correcting the corrections, things of that nature. Farmer, you can hear this behind you as you are making your own way down this road, taking your time. It's nothing but it's nothing but a quick jaunt, even though to some the 45-minute walk from across the forest to Lightwick would have made most of the most fearsome hero tremble in their boots. Can you go ahead and describe what Farmer looks to how Farmer looks to us and what he would be doing to pass the time?
Well, Farmar is a dwarf, dark skin, unremarkable looking, maybe even a little bit homely, except he has this flame red and orange hair and especially beard. It's like he put all of his charisma points into his beard. And he carries the emblem of the goddess of love and beauty. His armor chainmail is immaculately shined. And he is just taking in the beautiful day, the beautiful trees, and his head turns as he hears this beautiful melody coming behind him, and awaits for Sylvester to catch up.
Perfect. Sylvester, you see Farmer Flamebeard up ahead.
Oh, hi. Did you hear oh no, I hope you didn't hear that. That's not ready.
Yet. Yes. I heard, and I would care to hear more.
Oh, oh, I don't think I'm quite ready for performance, but wow.
Have you given any thought to performing on stage sometime?
That's the dream, isn't it? Yeah, just trying to work up to that. Hopefully my things will be as I'm having a little bit of a confidence problem in them, but I'm pretty sure on the night it's always good, right?
If what I heard just now is but an inkling of the talent you have to show the world, then you should share that talent proudly, loudly, brightly.
I don't even know your name, but can you stay around me like literally forever?
Yes.
Also, what is your name?
Farmar Flamebeard.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. Yes. Oh, lovely.
Yes.
I'm Sylvester. It's lovely to meet you. And again, with the praise and encouragement, just don't ever leave.
No, the goddess has clearly blessed you with these magnificent scales and a magnificent voice to match.
Thank you.
Come, let us shine our light far and wide down this humble road.
Perfect. As you two walk along, overhead in the tree branches above, a far easier way to travel than upon the road. we see a shadow move through the between branches and leaves. Selena, why don't you please describe to us Lila, and why does she enjoy traveling amongst tree branches so much and always green forest? And also, what is she doing as she's making her way, as she overhears this conversation down below on the road below?
Yeah, so Lila is she's traveling back. I'm sorry, I popped out for a second. The Rotweaver was just a little scary. What time of day is it?
Oh, it's about it's late morning,
Late morning.
early, getting so close to noon.
Wonderful.
Very close to noon.
Okay, great. So, Lila would be carrying back her collections, her perhaps some food for her for herself and for her family that she collected in the Always Green Forest earlier that day, both foraging and hunting. So she's probably got some bags and stuff like kind of strapped to her, full of foods and things that she's foraged and hunted through the forest. And she's traveling up there just in case she can take advantage of something else. And also because it's kind of fun. She likes being able to do that. And it gives her ample opportunity to eavesdrop on lovely conversations as well. She keeps her sandy blonde hair in tight braids close to her head so that it doesn't get too tangled. But as she has been traveling through trees and has been up for many hours already at this point, it has gotten a little frazzled and there's little curls kind of sticking out in wild areas. And but she's dressed in kind of classic light leather armor to protect her from whatever might befall her in the forest. She's run amok of people who were trying to do harm to her forest in the past, her forest as she calls it. And so she likes to be prepared for any and all situations. But when she hears this delightful conversation happening below her, she'll kind of pop her head out of would I've been close enough to hear the song as well?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
wonderful. So she'll probably kind of like flatten herself on a branch and kind of like poke her head down out of the tree and be like, hello. I would also like to say fabulous, fabulous tune. I wholeheartedly agree. You should play more. I cannot wait to hear it when it's finished. And I hope you both are having a great day. Hello.
See, Sylvester, even the trees bend to your song.
I was gonna be really startled by the sudden person, but again, the encouragement and the compliments. I mean, hi, can you also hi, thank you. Are comfy up there?
Oh, certainly, always comfy whenever I'm in my forest. And then she's gonna kind of like as smoothly as she can. I understand if you want me to check for this, but she'll kind of like flip and jump down and land next to them.
Oh yeah, just go ahead and give me a quick little acrobatics check here, real
Sure.
quick. It's nothing, too wild. Just for posterity's sake,
Listen, it's always nice to roll dice. You know what
It's
I mean?
always nice to roll dice. That's why we
Oh.
pay for it.
Always. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yes,
Okay.
please. Any dice brands can hit up Selena for that if they want to. For
That
branding.
would be great.
Yeah.
So that was a 12.
A 12. Yes, easily a nice little. Did you say you're on a backflip or front flip?
I'll do a front flip.
You'll do a front flip. Yeah, a nice little front tuck off of the tree branch right in front of the people. No need for a 3-point landing or anything. Just a nice, just sturdy landing into a bow almost.
Yeah.
Just a consummate show, like just a consummate show professional almost. Perfect.
Incredible.
Oh yeah, and she has a big longbow like strapped to her, that is like almost as tall as she is, but not quite.
First
Excellent.
talking trees and now women leaping from the forest with the grace of a squirrel. This is a marvelous day indeed.
I don't think the tree was talking, but well, honestly, with your enthusiasm, yes, it was definitely the tree talking.
The trees have much to say if one is willing to listen.
There you go.
Indeed, what is the word from the forest?
Oh, they say they have much to say about the beauty of the spring, about how we should cherish the time we have within it. And
At that moment, you hear the trees and shrubs start to rustle. They tremble.
see,
They shake. They quake. Something is coming.
Interesting.
That's more people with compliments. I'm into it. Just
You prepare yourselves for something, compliments, maybe something fearsome, a foe, until through the tree line steps through Nana Maisel. Go ahead and describe yourself and describe what you're doing as you were taking a shortcut from one trail to another trail just to get to Lightwick a bit quicker. But it seems that your shortcut's taking a little bit longer than intended.
Yes, it is way harder because you see her seeming to be walking with the stick hunched far over, so she's probably only looking at you like 5'5", completely covered in dark purple robes that come from her forehead all the way down to the ground. You can see like deep gray hair poking out from underneath her hood. Her hands are open in, you can see her hands just gray and long and stuff like that, as well as the bottom of her jawline. And she says, "Oh, hello, my dear. It's good to see all of you talking to the trees. It's good to know that I'm not the only one hearing things anyway. I do have a small question. Has nature been panicking for any of you, or am I simply tired? Because nature has been doing things, and at my age, I stopped counting after 200. I'm assuming that it's my brain or actual nature. I'm not sure. Anyway, my name is Nana Maisel. Lovely to meet all of you. Who are you all? Not to have you introduce yourselves 400 times in one session.
Hello, Nana Maisel. It's great to see you. I was just on my way to drop off some goodies for you.
Oh, my dear, thank you so much. The cleric said I needed all my medicine. He says if I have any more cookies, he's going to have to put a cure wounds spell on me. And I said, you can use that for the youngins.
Surely just one cookie wouldn't hurt.
Yes, I would think one cookie would. All my life, I have been eating cookies every day, 4 cookies every day, and nothing has gone wrong except for my eyesight's a little off and the sun still burns, but it's a pain in the butt anyway.
I see the problem with the cookie. Hi, I'm Sylvester, and nature acting up. What's going on now? What's that?
Well, yes, I think I've overheard you again, is that you said they should talk about beauty and stuff like that, but within beauty there's like this ever-present screaming of the leaves. I just can't understand it. I'm not one with nature.
I use firewood as much as possible, sometimes to cause a fire.
Kind of basal,
Yes, my dear?
just to heat your home, of course.
Heat my home, heat others' homes, make homes heatable. Yes.
And with thoughts of homes being heated and just leaves and tree branches screaming, our group, realizing that maybe they might all be going to the same place, a missive, a reward posted throughout throughout the forest. Livestock missing, farms attacked. Can you help? Big question mark. Join us at the town of Lightwick for a hunting hunt off, a hunt extravaganza, a hunt-a-palooza. Could be a party. Maybe there might be a party. We don't know if there's going to be a party. But if you want to hunt something that's hurting the town of Lightwick, it's all on the missive. It's you all have the paper in your pocket, and it just lists off. It goes, if you want to help the town of Lightwick with a creature that seems to be attacking, then go ahead and come to the town of Lightwick, and you're going to go to a store. And it's this general store there. And you don't have to worry. It's the Lightwick General Store. You can't miss it. It's the only general store in town. And you just need to look for Splug. Splug. Splug is the owner of the general store. You'll ask for Splug. Reward. If you join the hunting palooza, there'll be a big reward. Also, maybe a party.
The flyer says all of that.
All of that.
Is
yes,
it like
Got it.
is,
Okay.
is it like dripping down onto the ground at this point?
It's
Like,
it's a long flyer.
It's like a CVS receipt. It's
Yeah,
like-
it's been folded up and everything. It's like an accordion almost. As you all like take a look at your missives and you realize, oh, we're all going to the same place. Interesting. You make your way further down the road to Lightwick as we stumble across Den and Finn, both standing in the road, looking perplexed as you were making your way towards the town of Lightwick, to the Lightwick General Store, where there's apparently going to be a hunting palooza, a hunting extravaganza, some kind of reward related to hunting a creature that's attacking the town of Lightwick. You both stumbled across the most curious thing. It appears to be a goat, a stone goat statue, just in the middle of the road. Just, it seems to be mid, you know, whatever that sound is. It's mid that, and it's just in the middle of the road. Would you please describe what you look like? What's the thought process going through your head? What were you doing before leading to this moment? As you can notice as well, passive perception going off. There's a discussion about firewood and songwriting happening behind you as a group is approaching.
and screaming leaves.
Yeah, and screaming leaves. Finn is they're a very tall fawn, so they're kind of wondering if they're distantly related to goats. They don't got a whole lot in terms of thoughts, but they think maybe be related to that. Is that going to happen to them someday? Possibly. They're just filling with their 2 garden tools. Like, is this just the natural progression of things?
Den is sitting cross-legged in front of the goat, like inches from the goat's face, just staring at it as if it's trying to like wait for it to make some kind of move. Din has long dark hair with streaks of like light silver throughout. She always is adorned in like earrings and jewels and trinkets. She makes sound when she walks. I'm just unplug this. She makes sound when she walks. She is a human, stands at about 4'11", and she is always distracted by something. So when Finn speaks, she kind of goes, "Oh, maybe. I don't know. It could happen. I haven't seen it happen, but I also don't know many goats. Not well, anyway. Not as friends."
Then just kind of goes, "Do I know goats? I I mean, I'm a fawn, but
I believe
you
it's
know what?
quite different.
Yeah, and they just kind of shake their hoof like, "Uh-huh. Yeah, totally."
Have you felt stone-like lately?
What would that feel like? Exactly.
I don't know.
Then
Hmm.
no?
Go back to staring at the goat.
And just goes with it. And they're like, "Huh? We're gonna see some secret to the universe."
As the rest of the group, you walk upon these two having that conversation and going back to staring at this goat statue. You feel the sense all together, this warmness, almost as you come close, almost like a sacred bond. Something fate has weaved you all together in this moment, and your spirits inside feel jovial and full, as in a resounding almost in your head, I've leveled up, as we all take a full party level up thanks to a donation. Um, that's right, gang. This is a charity game where we have incentives. If you haven't checked the chat, we do have a number of excellent incentives that you can use to donate money for this game. $5 gets advantage or disadvantage to a player or myself. $10, add a potion or magic item that can be found by the party. $20 will get a wild magic surge. $25 gets a deck of many things pool. $50 a character gets a level up. $100 full party level up. $250 and a high level monster table roll. That means I'll roll on the table and a high monster level will be folded into the one shot in a very seamless and non-canon splitting way whatsoever. But just like I did with that full party level up, did y'all see that? That was kind of cool. We all saw that. No, anyways, let's go forward. As all of you gather together, you all look around each other, taking stock, taking note of each other. You've seen each other throughout the forest in one way. Maybe you're going on a walk, or you were doing an errand in Oakden, or maybe at one point you were just taking a morning constitution and bumped into each other. There was a meet cute that happened, but nothing ever came of it. You all know or aware of each other. And you look towards each other and nod and decide, I'm going to go ahead and walk with this group to the town of Lightwick and see what is happening. You all walk down this narrow road with a shaded canopy for the rest of your trip. Only a few spots of sun peeking through here and there. Soon the road widens, the canopy opens, letting the sun break through. You can all see a humble storefront at the base of a great poplar tree. On the boardwalk in front of it, you see a portly dauber woman. She's about tree apples tall, sir. Daubers aren't much taller than tree apples. You can see she has long gray and brown striped hair, leans on a broom. You also then see a thin goblin wearing a tailored purple velvet overcoat that also has a light pink-hued skin. He's talking excitedly to this woman, gesturing with exasperation. Wild, unkempt white hair dances on top of his head as he gestures to a wagon across the road from them. The wagon has a few open crates and a number of jugs and barrels in the back. There you see connected to it a single deerette pawing the ground, harnessed to it. A deerette is much like a deer that you would see in any deer that you would see in any modern media, or if you looked outside your window and saw a deer, except it has 6 legs, and it is about the size of a horse, and they have a mane along with the antlers. You all know this woman by the name of Marge, and that goblin is Splug. Splug is one of the owners of the Lemwick General Store, and the woman Dauber Marge is his partner. The two of them see you all approaching. They abruptly stop their conversation. The woman just forces a smile towards you, and the goblin grins maniacally, seeming to have just won an argument. See? The goblin explains, you have customers. If Harold can't make the cheeses and milk, you better find someone who can. Who's going to want to order cheese and milk from your store if you don't got it? What else do you have? Yo-yos? Any of you folks want to buy a yo-yo?
I would love a yo-yo.
I would take one.
Are those
We
on
typically
offer?
go
We'd
for $4, but we'll do let's see, there's 6 of you. We'll do 6 for 10. How does 6 for 10 sound right now?
I'll take 10 of that.
Wait, 10 money or 10 yo-yo? Wait, what?
10 yo-yos.
We'll also take 10 money for 6 yo-yos. How does that sound?
Do you only have 6 yo-yos?
Oh, we have plenty of more yo-yos from where that comes from. Easy, one more yo-yo. Anyways, you seemed the bill, the handbill, the reward bill. Points to your pocket, Finn. Do you mind?
Sure. Yeah.
Pulls up and grabs the handbill, and goes, "Look, see, you're here for this, right? Creature attacking livestock and farms. Bust. Well, March, looks like it worked. Looks like you're gonna have your hunting party after all. I'll go blow up the balloons." And starts making towards. And Marge goes, "That's no, you didn't let me get a word in." Thanks, Splug. Turns and looks to you. "Good morning, dearies. How you doing?"
Oh, you know, listening to trees. Anyway, I hear there's something that needs a killing.
And we're
Oh, I heard
here
about a party.
to help.
Yes, I
Are
heard
we not
about
going to a
hunting. I did not
party?
hear about killing.
About the party.
Oh, yes, party.
What do
What
you do
garden?
at the end of hunting, Farmer?
Well, it depends on the kind of hunting I'm doing. I is it not enough to follow one of nature's bold creatures as they go about their day, nibbling and sniffing?
Marge puts her hands on her ears like this and goes, "Dad, Dad, Dad, Dad. I don't want to know the details of how you do it. I'm a bit of an animal lover. I'm a softie at my heart, so I don't want to know how things happen."
Oh, well, before my life was given over to the goddess, I was a farmer myself. I love all animals.
Of course, I love all animals as well, but if this one is harming our forest, and if this one is threatening our beautiful forest, like that's of course it shouldn't be allowed to do that.
I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding.
Well, then let us
Well,
go find out.
look at it this way. We are maybe helping preserve the balance and therefore the beauty of nature.
I can go over more details as well if need be. Why don't you all come inside the store? Do you need anything hot to drink or cold to drink? Preferably hot. We don't have much cold to drink with the shortage going on and everything. As she starts making her way towards the general store.
If there's tea prepared.
Tea for anything? I'll give you plenty of tea. Tea to warm your immunity, tea to make your brow warm, tea to make your feet warm, and tea to make your hands warm. I won't give you sleepy time tea though, because no sleeping on the job now, especially if you're here for the hunting extravaganza party palooza. I used a lot of words. I apologize for that handbill. We're desperate folks around here in Lightwick, you understand.
What shortage? You mentioned a shortage. What's going on?
As you follow her inside the general store, you can clearly see this place has a modest public dining room, though it doesn't look like it gets much use. It has a table large enough to sit all of you comfortably, and another that looks like it hasn't seated guests in a while. It looks even dilapidated almost. There are parts of several farming tools spread out on that table, mid-repair. To the side, there's a small fireplace with a few leftover coals from the previous day. A small serving bar at the back of the room near the tree's trunk sits adjacent to the door Marge goes through as she starts preparing some tea. You can see back there. As you say, you ask about the shortage. She sounds kind of muffled. "Oh, yes, there's nothing but a shortage of milk and cheese. You see, the goats that typically are over at Harold's farm. Well, Harold's farm, they all gotten loose somehow. Nobody's seen the goats and she comes to the door. Nobody's seen the goats for days over at Harold's farm. Sets down some tea and some biscuits and pastries for you lot at the table.
Would that be the stone goats?
Were they stone goats?
I'm not quite a farming kind of lass, so I wouldn't know the difference between a stone goat and another goat, but it was a goat that made milk. A milk goat, I reckon you'd say, unless you can draw milk from a stone.
Perhaps
you
they
Yeah,
weren't
well, from
always
this one.
stone.
If you squeeze hard enough.
You seem much more fitted for that kind of work than I do. I'm just a humble shopkeeper. But no, we haven't had milk or cheese for a while due to the goats missing, and there's all sorts of other trouble. We're certain there's going to be other items missing, and our whole economy might collapse upon that if nothing's done about this.
Well, we wouldn't want the economy to go under. That's the most important thing of any good power struggle in the town.
Have you noticed a bit of the rot coming from the center of the forest, though, on your way in?
The leaves have been screaming.
Yes, I noticed the rot this morning.
And oh, screaming leaves. Well, that does sound like something that would happen with a rot. Yes, we're thinking it has something to do with that. It might be maybe sickness, or maybe a bear got sick and fell into some water, and maybe it's causing a bunch of problems, something like that. But it's caused an issue. There's some reports that Harold the farmer saw a creature. It looked to be about a bear or a boar. I can't remember what kind of creature he said, but he did say that it was quite large, and it was a creature that started with a B. Or maybe it was a bee. Was it a bee? Are there giant bees in the Always Green Forest?
Are there?
I haven't seen one.
Are there?
Go ahead
If
and roll
there-
a nature check.
Okay. Ooh.
And anybody can roll a nature check if you want to.
15.
Natural 20.
18.
That's a 6.
Like a 2. I don't want to talk about
Nana
it.
has no idea. Because it's a 5.
In the Always Green Forest, there are some decent sized bees. They're not like wander home size bees, but they're like, they're like a nice, like about this Zippo lighter size.
That's
about
too
as
big.
big as they get. No, but they're nice and friendly. The bigger, the friendlier. It's the small ones you gotta look after. She starts talking. She's like, "It's the small ones you have to look after. They're assholes, really. If you think about it, the small ones they just buzz around and they get into your business. But the big ones, oh, they're nice ones. They just bump into you. They go boop and everything." Farmer, you look at this woman and you just have this intense thought that comes across your eyes. At one point in this forest, amongst these very trees, there was a glade. Once a year would be visited by dire bees that come from the north and their migratory paths. You know this because you experienced this as a child when you were younger, before all of this. Back in your simple provincial life, you experienced seeing these bees as your parents took you to this glade. And you shed one tear at the thought that maybe, just maybe, one day you'd see those bees again. But not since the rot started.
We must cleanse this rot. We must save the bees. We are all denied dire bee friends until this rot is cleansed.
She pours some tea in front of you, Farmer, and she goes, "There, dear lad, I understand, and hands you a handkerchief. She goes, "Well, with that impassioned plea, I can't see how any of you lot wouldn't want to participate in getting to the bottom of this. Maybe hopefully fixing what's been going on, getting everything out of balance. It's not just the towns, really, but the whole biome out there, the forest. It's all up in a tizzy ever since this rot appeared, and so maybe getting to the bottom of it. I'll offer you a solid deal. This is the best deal that I can offer to you, but if you can think of something better, I'll go ahead. I haven't heard it. You'll go ahead and get yourself some free mead from me on the house for the next 3 weeks, and I'll also pay you 25 gold pieces apiece. I'll also give you 1 item from my special stock in the back. This is stuff that people have dropped off and they said, please, I need something. I lost all of my money on the casinos down the road in Oakton. And I said, okay, I'll go ahead and take this. So it's a secret stock I've got for there, but you can go ahead and take 1 item from there. Does that sound fair to you?
25 gold, drinks for 2 weeks, and a free item. That's better than any retirement fund I had. So I'm going to go do whatever you just told me to do. Like I honestly didn't have to. I would have done it for 4 copper and a hug, but it's okay.
I can give you 4 copper and a hug if that's what you're really looking for. There,
No,
Unfortunately-
Marty.
no, she'll take the first offer.
I'll take the
Okay.
hug though.
Yes.
Holds out her hands. This
Aw.
less than 2 foot tall woman just.
Wait.
We're all
What
just
if
getting
we
hugs
did,
now.
Could we like
Okay.
do like
Yeah.
a big group hug? What if we all did like
Ben's like 6'4", so just has to.
Perfect.
yes,
Yeah.
no, could we like what if like Lila like also like opens and just kind of like looks around expectantly to like invite everybody else in as well for like the hug with like
Sylvester obviously participates in the group hug. Obviously.
Yes.
Obviously.
Nana pats you on the back, like yes, yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we still
Yes.
get paid. Like this doesn't count for the actual payment. We still get paid, right?
This is just this is just
I
on
think
top
so.
of
No, 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 no. This is additional. I just really need. My husband Jeb's been gone for a long time, and I'm worried about him. He went to go check on Harold, and he hasn't showed up since then.
Oh, hopefully he's not a goat. Anyway, do you know where we have to go?
I mean, you can go and I figured you're the hunting party. You'd know the best to hunt. I reckon Harold's farm would be a good place to start, though. I mean, that's where the creature attacked and all the goats got out. Did you just say that my husband Jeb might have turned into a goat there?
I mean, I say a lot
No.
of things, my dear. I don't trust my mouth or my brain.
I mean, metaphorically, goat, because I'm sure your husband also delivers milk and cheese. So metaphorically, a goat. Definitely
He
not
might
an
have been
actual
a
one.
goat at one point. He is a ranger and all that, He did used
Oh,
to
he
be
could
part
definitely
of.
be a goat.
Wait, they
He
turned
Maybe a
into
stone
goats?
goat.
What's this about a stone goat? Just saying again. You brought it up again. Is this is particular? Have you been spending time with Harold?
Oh no, I saw a stone goat. We saw one. It didn't say much.
You hear and then a crash and a boom, and like from outside a window, as you realize that Splug has been listening in on a lot of this. And then Marge goes, "Splug, were you listening in on the windows again? How many times have I told you to not be doing that? This is my place. This is my. Sorry, love. Sorry." As you see Splug like runs into the woods, he goes, "Did you say goat?"
Oh yes, a stone goat.
I don't believe it. Maybe that old bastard was right. Harold was right. Harold was going on and about how all his goats got out and everything. And he was like, and the only thing left behind was a stone goat. And I'm like, Harold, no goat's ever been stoned before. It's probably a statue. And Harold says, well, I don't know why anybody would make a statue of a goat. And I go, I don't know why anybody would make a statue of a goat either, unless maybe there was a goat-based society. And then we started talking about goat-based societies for a little bit, and then, but yeah. But maybe, just maybe, he was right. Yeah. Funny how the world works like that. You think things aren't connected, but they appear to be connected. And when he says connected, you'll feel a glow, a brightening in your chest again, as you all level up again. And almost like the voice of the gods going, another level up, as this level 3 party is now level 6. So thank you all for participating in role-playing as you're leveling up your characters.
Does anybody else feel like really, really good?
My
You
lady is
might
shining upon
feel
us always.
amazing.
Did my garden tools get bigger?
Those are the largest toes I've ever seen.
Thank you.
They must be very happy to see.
I've admired them for some time. May I hold one?
Yeah.
Oh, this,
Take my. Oh.
So where are
This
we
is,
planning on going while as we're holding gardening implements and inspecting them?
well, no, I used to be a farmer. This is lovely craftsmanship. I've never seen such a well-built hoe.
I mean, we should probably go and investigate the Onstay Oatgay.
Yes. That.
Mhm.
I definitely understood that.
This is where you sing with the box?
Nana Maze has already walked out.
Oh,
She's made so many faces and just like, you know what? I don't feel like destroying the lives of my new friends. I'm going to leave before my mouth gets me in more trouble. Talking about gardening tools.
It seems like maybe a lead. I mean, at the very least, we know goats have gone missing, but obviously this one's not going anywhere.
Well, I believe we
Nobody
have
laughs,
to
so
go.
Sylvester looks a little bit
Oh.
disappointed in that, but yeah, we should go.
Uh,
Sorry, my dear, my brain's on tilling. Anyway, to Harold's farm we go.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. As you all start making your way out towards our good friend, you've gotten out of Lightwick, and you are heading towards Harold's farm. I've gone ahead and made the shift over in alchemy. It's only a short walk from Lightwick, and it's fairly easy to find. You just have to cut across the fields. A faint hammering can be heard as you approach a simple house that's been built into the base of an old oak. Ramshackle fencing covered in vines extends to either side of the tree trunk with pens for livestock behind it. A portion of the fence is gray with mud. You can see a dauber, a short little fella, with salt and pepper hair that's wearing well-worn overalls repairing the fence. He looks up at you, squints, holds up a hand, shrugs, and then goes ahead and starts hammering, going back and fixing the fence. What are we doing?
Harold!
Looks up, nods, goes back to hammering the fence.
Oh, I love a man of many words. Harold, my name is Nana Maisel. These are all my my dear friends. Are you killing the forest?
Roll persuasion.
All right.
She's very direct.
Darling, I've been dealing with men all my life. At some point, you have to hit him over the head. Where the hell? Oh, persuasion. +6. 14.
Amazing. Amazing. He looks up and goes, me killing the forest? No. Not much stock in me killing the forest. Just repairing my fence. Spits on the ground, goes back to hammering.
May I
Lovely.
assist you?
Assist me? You're looking to help her out around these parts?
I'm looking to help out with this fence.
Well, he stands up. You can hear his joints kind of pop as he goes from like a 1 foot crouch to a 2 foot standing. And goes, well, some kind of monster smashed through every pin, staring at the back over yonder. I didn't get a good look of it. It looked like a great big ball of gray anger. Smashing and crashing, cutting a divot right through the earth. Tilling through it with wanton destruction, no care for anything that's in its path. Yep, I reckon that's about it.
Well, it's either the monster or my ex. Anyway, Nana will just start
Nana, you
walking
have
that direction.
Nana has stories. I am sticking close to her.
I count life by centuries, dear. Things happen. Anyway. Nana is starting to walk over to the problem.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. As you start walking, Harold goes ahead and starts walking along with you. He seems almost eager. And then as in that short little conversation, he comes to realize that you're here to help. He leads you to a small pen behind his oak where you see a stone goat kid. There's a small pile of hay at its feet, He shoos away a fat chicken that was near it. As you enter a little shed while he tells you about her. He's like, I ain't never seen anything like it. It was like a bright red fur, so full of energy. There weren't one who saw her who didn't see her smile. He looks down at the kid and pets it a little bit. Now, well, she's just this. As you can see, there's some tears that start forming at the corner of his eyes.
Din is also crying.
Oh, buddy, no, we are here to figure out what happened. I mean, we're here to help. We're here to help.
We're absolutely here to help. Don't worry.
Yes.
We're going to figure it out.
In the meantime, this is a beautiful statue.
That's what I said. Said it looked mighty good in the garden. Might put a fountain next to it. Might put some lilies next to it, or maybe tulips. Tulips are all her favorite. I don't know if I'll ever see her again.
Reminds me of a basilisk.
If y'all want, you can choose to rule a medicine or a nature check or a survival check for me, please. Any one of those three. Go ahead and let me know.
I rolled medicine and it was a 24.
I
Rolled survival. Oh, go ahead.
No, please.
Oh, I rolled survival for a dirty 20.
I too rolled survival for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Nana rolled a 13.
A 7.
Anna, you're
so-
doing great.
Nana's perfect. I could do
Nana's
no wrong.
perfect.
Sylvester, this is not your wheelhouse. You're like, what are you talking about? Like you're just like, yeah, I guess you could probably like make a nice topia. Sylvester even start like talking with Harold and being like, yeah, I could see it right now. You could put up like maybe a nice like little like shrub wall right over there, stone bench, like like you could really liven up this place. It just seems kind of drab. Nana Maisel, you're making yourself you're wandering around a bit, kind of like checking the area, looking around, and you don't quite find like none of that really piques your interest. But as you're looking around, you do kick over what appears to be, it looks like what you would know. It looks like black plastic tubing that they utilize for for rain
Irrigation and
gutters,
stuff?
irrigation,
Yeah.
rain gutters. That's what you like you Lemar would understand. But like it just seems like this dried tube that you just kind of like look at and pick up and you're like, this seems strange.
Nana knows so little about farming.
As y'all two are as y'all are saying that, at the same time, our dirty 20 and our what was that for your nature for your medicine check? Was it 24?
24.
24? You all start scratching your head, and as like he was talking, you all look together. It's like a CW television show moment, or like maybe like Saved by the Bell or Power Rangers. But you all look each other, and none of y'all probably have greater restoration right now. Maybe, hopefully, we could see right now. Maybe after these 3 level ups, who knows? But you go ahead and as he's talking about this, you realize that there is an herb that's in the forest that can reverse the effects. A farmer, you say like a basilisk, and you're like, yeah, I know all about this, like this kind of herb. Yeah, Lyra, you're like, yeah, I know exactly where we can go and get that. It's very easy to find. Finn, you're looking at this goat, and you're looking at like this kind of mud that is covering it, like towards the bottom of it, and it looks different from the mud in this pen. And you kneel down and you look at it, and you take like a knife that you have, or one of your gardening tools, like your hoe or your spade, and you scrape it aside and you hold it up and you sniff it, and it smells wrong. And you realize this looks familiar as you think back towards your farm and everything, as it too has been kind of ransacked, almost rendered useless by this rot that's starting to grow. This mud seems very familiar with that rot that you found on your own farm that petrified and ruined your vegetables. This is some like mud directly from the source of the rot, you would probably have to guess. Yeah. But with that, you've determined that there is an herb. Where to find it is found deeper in the forest, the rest of the group. We're getting some topiary advice, and then we also found this dried kind of husk little tubing thing. Don't know what that is. Nana Maisel, on that, can you go ahead and give me an investigation check as well?
You're
I was
muted.
muted. But those who can read can see. Anyway, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. We love it. Then something catches your eyes as you toss aside, you kick aside that husk thing, and you identify prints in the mud. Big prints. They're much bigger than the goat prints, and they're hoof prints. And then you realize definitely boar, not bear, not anything else, but this was a great boar that came through. And with a dirty 20, I'll also have you know that a great boar is truly great. They can sometimes grow to the size of a house if they are fed enough, or if it's a good season. This one, though, you think you assess with the rot going on, it probably wouldn't be as big of a house, but it's pretty much up there, unless it might be withering.
Quick question. Does anyone have any firewood? It might come in handy, depending on how long ago this attack occurred.
Why?
Big boy.
Big boy.
Points at the thing.
There is a very large indentation on the ground there. Probably boar. Probably could be anywhere between a Shetland pony and a full house, depending on what happens.
Yeah, I reckon that'd probably be, looking at the size of that and everything, that's a moss boar. There's a subcategory of great boar. There are boars that are so great and so old they grow moss on them. Yep. Spits.
So now you're suddenly an expert on. Okay.
I don't know too much about bear, don't know too much about bird, but there's two things I know a lot about. And that's goat and that's boars.
So cloven animals.
Yeah.
I reckon you could say that. Yep.
And
Do
just
you
holds up their
know-
foot like
That's a good set of hooves you got on you. Sturdy.
thanks.
Of course. Keep them well managed, well maintained.
I tried.
Yep. Well, I reckon that's going to be your moss boar. You might be able to track it, find it. You talked to Marge back at the general store.
Yes, she's going to give us alcohol and money.
Alcohol and money. Two things this world runs on, yeah. Spits. Well, you folks need anything else, or I'm just gonna leave you to your hunting then.
Lila's gonna stretch and be like, I think we're ready to hunt.
I reckon we are.
I reckon you are.
Indeed, we're going to give it a reckoning.
Ah,
Might even say we're going to wreck it.
A
Maybe we need to do some
reckoning.
retcon. Maybe I can work
There's
this. I can
something
work
in
with
there.
this.
There's
You
something.
poet.
Yeah, no, there's. Oh, he can stay too.
I would. I got some more pins to put up and fence and everything. You all have a good one. Oh, if you see Jeb out there, go ahead. I need to get my basket back. By the way, typically I'd like to keep it, but Tiffany's very fond of it, and I wouldn't want to go too missing now. Or I reckon she'd have me collared and dragged through the streets if old Jeb lost that basket. So if you can get that basket, that'd be well. Yeah.
We will keep an eye out in case Jeb is not a statue. Thank you very much.
You think Jeb is a statue?
I think everyone's a statue, Meadow.
And
Am I
if he is a statue,
I mean, I'm statuesque, but am I a statue?
Aren't we all statues
no,
in some form,
no.
struggling in some way?
The only difference
Yes.
between a statue and a rock is that one is viewed as art.
So what is the
And-
statue viewed as?
A rock. Anyway,
Art.
Are
Did
we
I
gonna start
track the boar?
Are you gonna try? You're gonna try to track the board. Go ahead and make a
I think it'd
survival
be
check
best if
for
you
me.
Okay. Survival?
Yeah, survival. check.
Okay. 18.
18. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. You lot, go ahead and Lyra, you go ahead and take to the ground. What does it look like when you're tracking? If you want to go ahead and paint us a picture.
I'm sorry. I just immediately thought of like Fox and the Hound. Yeah, so Lila will get like this. She gets this very focused look on her face as she kind of slowly almost kind of like a worm walk as she kind of like searches through the ground like a dune worm walk as she searches through the ground and is tracking the searching for tracks in the dirt. I don't think she's listening for movement at this point, but if we get to a point where she wants to listen for movement, I'll definitely describe that.
I see she walks the weirding way.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. You start falling around, and then for a little bit you have to walk through brush. But then you breach through the brush and through underbrush and through the tree line onto another trail. This one is a little bit narrower, not as it's rarely used. It's a side trail, an old hunter's trail. You start following it, paying a close attention to the details described by Harold, and it starts to rain. The forest becomes uncomfortably dense and damp. Wet leaves hang low, crowding and obscuring the path. Wet fog hovers above the soft earth. Just off the trail, you see. Well, let's see what you see. What's your passive perception?
One sec. It's 15. Oh, I also wanted to note that while we were going through this, I wanted to keep an eye out for tulips.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and say that you also find some like wild tulips, maybe from dropped seeds and everything, and you go ahead and gather those and you collect them in a safe way for the tulip itself.
Okay.
And put that in your bag. So you can go ahead and add that to your bag as well.
Okay, great.
Do you see what looks like in the distance through the fog? It looks like this shape, this form, a hunchbacked creature. Maybe, or maybe it's just a rock. you get a little bit closer. You get closer to the ground as you're ranging in front of the rest of the party. And you focus your vision. And we can see like there's like this camera that's been following along and everything, going through this montage of looking at the rainfall and how the forest gets darker and on itself and twists a little bit more, a little bit malign, and it does a rack zoom, focuses closely as the fog clears, and you see the statue of a squirrel. About 2 apples tall. It's kind of a big squirrel. Or it's just a statue. Somebody took a rock and carved a cat statue of a girl. But it's just standing there, looking shocked. What do you do? You are muted.
So sorry. Can I discern the like the expression of the squirrel? Does it look frightened? Does it look
Yeah, if you're like walking your dog, or if you've ever like walked a dog before, and then it sees a squirrel from across the street, and the squirrel sees it, and there's that moment of like, what are you going to do? Are we going to do this, or what am I going to do?
Yeah.
It's just like focused fear. That's what you see in its face.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So it seems like an odd place for somebody to just like leave
just
a
right in the middle of the
statue of a
trail.
squirrel. Yeah.
Almost similar positioning to the goat statue from earlier.
Yeah. Okay. So there's
And then
something
it starts moving.
The squirrel starts moving?
The statue starts moving.
The statue starts moving.
It shimmies and falls over, and it cracks, and
Oh,
you hear a
God.
cracking noise again, almost like a baby bird, like an eggshell of the bird, but it's just stone as it cracks and it crumbles and it falls away. And I'm going to drop a link for you in the chat, in our Zoom chat. And I'm going to
Okay.
drop a link for the other chat as well of what this creature looks like. If you're familiar with maybe Japanese folklore, or if
Oh.
you have seen, or if you've read Berserk, Chimimorio, or evil mountain or forest spirits, you see this like from the squirrel, this hunched. It looks like a squirrel body hunched over, just little form with a big head and small eyes on the either side. It looks almost like a fish face. And it's squirming around, and it's got these big feet that's kicking in the air, and it's trying to catch them. And you can hear it's going wow, 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 trying to kick up and trying to like get up. And it's almost like it's just like this tiny bald kind of man, but kind of fish kind of thing that grew that crumbled out of the statue.
Do I like know what it is?
You're more than welcome to make a nature or arcana check.
Okay. I would wager, I guess, that nature's higher. They're the same. Okay. 15.
Perfect. 15. You're not the most well versed in things, but you have heard stories. You have heard of almost like urban legends, tales of lands from afar that are not of this plane. They're of different planes. Dark, twisted places where dark magic rules. Things where disgusting creatures that can be uncomprehended and known to man. It's like ghost stories that you tell kids to keep them in bed. But you know that there's some truth to it. You've heard a little bit. It's an aberrant place, and the things that come from it are aberrations, and this is one such thing. It is not of this world. It is not of this plane, but you can assess by looking at that dried statue. You look at it, and it has this quality, and then you look on the trees, and you realize, oh, that's rot. That's the rot weaver's rot. And you've kind of put 2 and 2 together that the rot weaver, if it's similar in nature to these. If these creatures are being made, then it itself is probably an aberration. It's probably from one of these places. And then at that moment, it kicks up. It does like a kip up, and it's kind of impressive, and it goes, wow. And it catches itself, and it looks at you, and it goes, help. Tree. Help. And then you hear from behind the rest of the group as y'all are kind of watching this happen as well. You hear almost like a chorus from the trees. Help. Tree. Help. Squirrel. Nut. Help. Tree. As 6 of these things fall from the ground. And I need all of you to roll initiative, please.
Okay, here we go.
Come on. Oh my gosh.
Let's go! God dang it! I hate being a paladin. I always roll low.
Go ahead, and go ahead and put your initiative in the chat as we go through this. No tactical grid necessary for this. As the Final Fantasy fight music starts playing in the background, we go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and collect them right now. We've got Den at a 21, correct? Perfect.
Yes.
And then next we've got Lila at 14. Correct.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Marmar.
no.
Marmar is at 13. And then we've got Finn at 11. And then bringing up the rear is Nana Maisel.
Right to jail for that
At
dice.
5.
I hate it.
There's our initiative right there.
I hate it.
Yes. Yes, that is also true as well, Brian. So Den, you're going to be kicking us off here as we've got 7 little guys. We're just gonna call them freaky little guys. FLGs for short.
FLGs.
Have seemingly surrounded your party. You stepped right into their trap. So you're going to be kicking us off. But before that, I am going to go as the ground begins to shake.
Oh, God.
The trees start moving. You can hear a shaking and a rustling in them. Lightning cracks as... Oh, shit.
That's always a good thing for the DM to say.
Sorry, yeah.
Very dramatic opening to whatever's about to happen here.
Roll initiative. You're caught in a trap. Oh shit.
We're gonna be rolling a d6. Farmer, you're 1. Din, you're 2. Nana Maisel, you're 3. Lyra, you are 4. Sylvester, you're 5, and Finn, you are 6.
Oh, please be 3.
Okay.
And Tissa.
Nana Maisel.
Yes, go! Oh, let's go. Harm or love. Let's go.
As you're preparing yourself and you see Din preparing an action as well, time stops. You can hear the ticking of clocks around you. You don't know what maybe you've heard a clock before, who knows? But we, the audience, hears it as time stops. And a spotlight appears on you. And you look to your left as another spotlight appears, and you see a man in a gray suit with a black tie. And he's smoking a cigarette. And he goes, Nana Maisel, is that right?
That's me.
Flicks the cigarette, steps on it, walks closer, the spotlight follows him. Doesn't get too close to you and stops just as your 2 spotlights touches and goes, you don't know me? You've never seen me in your life, but I know you. I've been watching for a long time. Something important is coming, Nana Maisel. And you're at the very center of it, the very heart of it. The multiverse itself depends on you. You may call me the Vizier. And at any moment, things could change for you. So fate has deemed it possible for you to call upon me one time in your life, just think in your head a question, and you will receive the answer to that question. And that answer to that question could help you at any point, or it might hurt you, depending on the question you ask. Do you understand, Nana Maisel? It is very important that you understand this that has been bestowed upon you.
I have a question. If I ask you a question to clarify the question,
Is this
I'm
your
allowed to-
question? I have to clarify.
Oh
Nana
no,
Maisel
no,
is
this is
your
not.
person. Okay.
No, you know what? I get.
All right.
I believe I understand. Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Puts a cigarette in his mouth, pulls a match from a matchbox, and lights it. Lights a cigarette, inhales the smoke, and goes, "Remember, the multiverse is counting on you." And then blows the smoke, and you go, and then you look around, and you're back to everything's back to normal. There's no time stopping there. You don't see no spotlights, no man. Everything as Din. What are you doing right now?
Can I just kick one?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an attack roll, unarmed strike, if you want to, as you're going to
Cool.
kick one.
I can roll that. Where is it? There it is. I found it.
Perfect.
That's a 22.
A 22. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a well, it's just technically an unarmed strike. Perfect. All right, you're gonna go ahead and learn. I'm looking at your strength as well. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you go ahead and you see one that's starting to move close to you and goes, look out, I'm gonna get you, tree, squirrel. And you go ahead and you go, oh nope, not today, and you kick it and it goes, ah, and as it hits a tree and then collapses into a bunch of that little tubing that you've seen before, Nana Maisel, except not as big. It's just like these little like the multiple like hundreds of little gray tubings just fall on the ground and collapse and dry up into a pile. That is your action. What is your bonus action or movement?
I'm gonna hide.
Okay, all right. You go ahead and run over to some underbrush. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, please.
You'll do. Still. Oh my gosh. Is that my stealth? 22.
22. All right, yeah, you feel that you are sufficiently stealth. Perfect. Next, we are going to Lyra. Lyra, you've just seen one go behind over tea kettle into a tree and then just turn into a collection of black tubelets. What are you doing now?
Yeah, are there some that are far enough away that I can shoot them?
I think what we could, yeah, we would say that like there are some that are far enough away from you that you could shoot. You were up next to the other one that was like doing some weird stuff, so the rest of them are far enough away for you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna shoot. I have 2 attacks because now we're
Okay.
level 6 apparently.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll shoot once.
Fantastic. Go ahead and
Okay,
roll.
so that was a 19, and I believe I have a +7 to hit. So
Yeah, that is absolutely a hit. Go ahead. Yeah, describe. You're just go ahead. You pull back. You notch an arrow and you let go.
and then oh shoot, I forget the hit die for a longbow.
Roll hit die.
Oh, it's a +9 to hit now apparently.
Oh,
Oh
wow,
yeah, because I
okay.
did for my feet. I did my ability score increase and I increased my dex. That's right.
You can roll that damage die all you want. It's not going to matter. You're going to head and take this thing out real quick with one hit. You go
Okay.
ahead as it just arrow strikes true, and not in a terrible creepy way, but in a more dramatic and touching way. The arrow strikes it and it hits right in his chest and goes, oh, and then falls over, and then does like a, and then pops into a bunch of black little ringlets, and then your arrow falls safely to the ground. You have one more attack. You have an extra attack if you would like, as well as a bonus action.
Yeah,
And
I'll
movement.
I'll shoot the next one. Another one.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I rolled an 8, so +9 to hit is 17.
17, that does hit.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll damage.
So that's a 6 damage. I forget what. Oh shoot! Do I add my proficiency to my damage? I forget.
It depends on the weapon that you're using. Yes,
It's
you
a
would add your
longbow.
proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah.
So +3. So 9 points of damage.
Perfect. 9 points of damage. The other one, you turn, you see that, and you're like, what is going? And then you hear a as one has leapt off of a rock from you. You bring up your bow and arrow and you shoot it right in the air, and then just a bunch of black tube ringlets fly out in front of you like confetti and fall to the ground harmlessly. Anything for bonus action or movement?
No.
All right, perfect. Moving on to the next group. That is 3 down, 4 left. As Farmar, as you hear a rustling in the bushes, and almost like a gymnast team from like an intramural gymnastics team from college, they roll out from some bushes, and you see 2 more appear. So we were at 7, down to 4. Now there are 6 of these little guys. What is Farmar doing?
I hate to send you away. Your antics are so mirthful, but may the goddess grace you with her glorious flame, and will cast Sacred Flame.
Perfect. All right, they're gonna go
So-
ahead and make a.
Yeah,
What is
just one. It's a deck save DC 16.
Perfect. DC 16. Okay, no, that is a 3 plus 2, a 5. Yeah, as you go ahead and do that, and then you cast a Sacred Flame. What does it look like for Farmar?
So I think that it, the moment that it hits, it almost looks like the flames are cascading down its head like just a beautiful array of red hair.
Perfect.
But then it, hurts them with fire.
Yeah, as you say that your antics are quite mirthful. You see, he goes, oh goodness, okay, and it starts like because the Sacred Flame is going around his feet, and it's kind of bouncing around and everything. There's some smoke. It goes, it's too hot, too hot, too hot, too hot, and then a popping noise, and there's just a bunch of gray little black ringlet tubing that pops out, and then your Sacred Flame dies down. Bonus action movement for you.
Just moving, maybe moving to provide some cover for to kind of moving towards the front, shield up, so that folks can get behind.
Perfect.
If
Nice
need
little
be.
defensive action. Excellent. That's gonna bring us to Finn. Finn, what are you doing? As we're down to 5 little freaky little guys, FLGs.
How many?
5.
I mean, they're just gonna get out the hole with the garden tool and just run right for for the closest one and hit it.
Directly run right to it. To keep in mind, also you have an extra attack, so you can attack 2 times. So why don't you go ahead and roll a d20 for me as you go ahead and you bring out your gardening tools, your spade and your hoe.
It's an 18.
An 18 to hit. Okay, as you bring and as you see one goes, I got this one. Gets launched by another one of these freaky little guys. You bring out your gardening spade and strike true. Go ahead and roll the damage die for that.
Which is a D10.
For your spade, I have it here. I've got your character sheet right here. I promise. It's under your skills. Where are the skills? Oh goodness. Sorry. That is going to be a D6 for your spade.
Hold on, let me pull out a D6. Okay. That is a 5. I pulled out a dice that wasn't painted on the numbers. I'm really smart.
Excellent. You said 5?
Yes.
Yeah, you bring your spade, and it's not normally a clefting in twain weapon, but you move, strike thusly. The momentum of this freaky little guy being launched by one of his other fellow freaky little guys, you go ahead and you cleft him in twain as there a bunch of black little tubing ringlets appear in the air, and then you swirl around and you're bringing down your gardening hoe. Go ahead and give me one more d20 check for your a hoe attack.
That's another 18.
It's another 18.
Promise.
Excellent. That is going to be a D8 plus 4.
Why are you giving me so many dice that I don't have out? Hold on. A 4? Plus what?
4. A 4. Excellent. Yeah. This other one starts running and tries to grab at your leg. And it's trying to pull you down, and it's just a very pitiful. And you just take your gardening hoe and scoop it off of you, and it goes flying through the air, and it hits a tree as well. Black ringlets falling all over the place. Perfect. That brings us up to last, but certainly not least. There are 3 freaky little guys left. Nana Maisel, what are you doing?
Now Maisel is simply going to look at the freaky little guys and say, and she's going to stand up finally from her crouched position. And from that 5'5" little old lady, you see this armored woman with a giant metal shield and a long sword. And her eyes are like striking yellow, and her hair just starts flaring up behind her. It says, "Little children should run from their grandmothers." And I'm going to use her channel divinity, and they need to make me a wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
Okay, what is the threshold for your saving throw?
14.
14. Got it. All right.
I like her. Okay. I like her. All right.
Nana's insane.
We see this dramatic moment as you do that lurching, you make that big noise, and the 3 freaky little guys almost are enshadowed by you. It's like an Elden Ring boss standing over these 3 little guys, and the 2 of them just look at each other, and then like all 3 of them look between each other, and the back 2 of this little triumvirate of them start just going, ah, and they start running towards the bush and the shrubs. But then the final one looks at its companions running towards the shrubbery, and it turns and looks at you, and it has a instilled confidence, and it goes, and it picks up a stick, and it prepares to run at you. Like Dark Souls, just like Dark Souls boss style, and just goes, ah, as it starts running towards you. You have done the frightened. You've frightened 2 of them, and they're running off the field of battle. The other one rolled a natural 20, and has been instilled
Nice.
with a newfound confidence within itself to fight you, Nana Maisel. What are you doing for the rest of your turn? You have channeled divinity. What else is next?
Bonus action, spiritual weapon swing.
Bonus action, spiritual weapon swing. Perfect. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Go ahead and roll that attack, please.
Digital dice hate me. 10.
A 10 to hit.
Yeah.
Describe your spiritual weapon in all its glory as this little guy, dramatic music as it's slow motion running. And then at the last moment, as he leaps to attack you, there's just this shadow as we see this spiritual weapon just swinging across the screen.
So instead of a normal like sword, it looks like an insect's leg, kind of like the leg of a spider with a very strong blade coming, just poking out of the ground and sweeping like a scythe.
And you go ahead and it gets go ahead and roll damage for your spiritual weapon just so we can see for posterity's sake.
It would have been maximum of 11 damage.
Perfect. Yeah, just swipes right through. Anime. We don't even see the cut or anything. Just swipes right through and just The guy lands lands on you harmlessly and trots down and looks up and just goes, bug, and then falls in half and then turns into black ringlet tubing. And with
Once he-
that, go ahead.
Once he falls, Nana calms down. She pulls her robe back over herself, puts her sword away, puts her shield away, pulls out her walking stick, goes down to little 5-5, fixes her hair, and goes, "Well, that was eventful."
And with that, your first combat completed, which should have been probably more challenging for level 3 adventurers, but now we have level 6 adventurers. The rain keeps up. And you see all these little black ringlets. Battle ends. And we will make another survival check to see if we can keep on going and pick up the trail again. If somebody would like to make that, please.
I can make it.
I would like to cast guidance on Lila.
Oh,
Perfect. Yeah, you get
It's
an
a
extra
D4.
thanks. D4. Yay.
May the goddess's light illuminate the path.
Actually, we're level 6. It could be anything.
I'm sorry. It was a survival?
Yes, survival
Okay.
check.
So that was I can do math. 19 plus the 2 from the D4, so 21.
Got it. Yeah. You go ahead, and seeing just like all these little guys strewn about, the little ringlets and everything like that, you can see clearly there's some of that fresh rot mud that is accumulated at Finn found earlier, and you see that it starts to formulate a trail leading through the underbrush. That even though the rain has washed away a lot, you get to follow, and you start to make your way through the trees. And we will be right back to see what else this adventuring party stumbles upon. Remember, we have incentives in the chat for you to go ahead and donate for as we come back for our back half. And remember that we are donating for PCRF. We have some videos that are going to be playing during the break to kind of give you an idea of what their mission is, what they're working towards, and what's happening right now in Gaza. Content warning: it does show doctors' destruction, hospitals, different scenes of that nature. So do keep that in mind. Please take the time that you need to, as we want to make sure that you're all safe, just like we're all safe. And we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. Thank you all. We will be back around at the hour mark. So see you soon. Bye. We'll be right back. And we're back. Oh my goodness, I'm sitting down now. I'm so glad that you're all here watching this wonderful one shot that's occurring right now, Seeds of Decay. If you weren't with us at the first half, our group met on a road from Oakden and all the other places that they were coming from, all the way to Lightwick. Varying party of a party of varying adventurers by the names of Farmar, Din, Nana Mazel, Lila, Sylvester, and Finn, all of varying skill and varying stature, as they made their way to the Lightwick General Store, where they have agreed to take a job, which is hunting down a creature that they have found out is a boar, a great moss boar, that has been wreaking havoc amongst the town. They met a farmer by the name of Harold that helped them out through his thick drawl, giving them some hints about things that might have happened. As they investigated the area, collected clues, started discovering a way to make their way through the forest. As the rain kicked up and storms started brewing, they came across a statue of a squirrel that had been petrified by this rot that had been infecting the always green forest. A sign that the Rotweaver had returned. But they found this squirrel statue that began to move. It cracked open, and out of it came this Chimimorio type kind of tiny man, tiny little fish man, little spirit guy thing that we started calling Freaky Little Guys, or FLGs for short. Well, these freaky little guys had appeared and attacked the party. Apparently, they had set a trap for these adventurers, but the adventurers were prepared for their trap because, as divine intervention has stated, they had gained 3 levels in the mere span of 10 minutes. That with their skill and their new level ups and talent and wit, the band dispatched these freaky little guys and their mirthful attitudes, as their mirthful antics that have been described, and had now begun to hit the trail. Lyra, our ranger, having picked up a trail and started moving through the underbrush.
Yep.
The trail is becoming more difficult to follow as rain washes away the mud in the tracks, but you stay right on it, Lyra.
Great.
You follow it along as you come across an open area. A pond about 20 feet away from you on your left-hand side. It's no less than 45 feet across. You can hear the sounds of croaking toads mixed with the loud patter of heavy rain. What do you and the rest of the gang do?
Does the trail end at the pond?
No, you can see that the trail ends across from you, just across that clearing, across the pond. You just have to cross directly through the pond or go around it. It would seem, because you can see there's a small opening where the trailhead would catch back up again.
What is on either side of the pond?
That's the complicated thing. As you look closer, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Okay, that's a 14, so 19.
19. On either side of the pond, on the left-hand side of it, you can see that there's some overhang. The forest dips into it. It's complicated. It would be a tricky traversal to get through. Somebody might fall into the pond itself. That might be all manners of complications. It's just very a precarious path that you can see that there's even some gear that's caught up inside of this tangle. It just seems like an all-around bad time. But on the other side, a real Scylla and Charybdis, a rock in a hard place, so to speak. As you see, sitting upon some rocks, nestled, are what appear to be some more of those freaky little guys. But they're sitting like toads. They don't have the big, wide, kind of feet before, but they have almost like frog legs and frog feet. But they still have that big kind of bulbous fish head with eyes on the other side, and they look like freaky little guys, but these kind of look a little bit froggy, and you can see them and they're going,
Froggy
ribbit,
little guy.
ribbit, 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 I'm a frog, ribbit.
It's not convincing anymore. The performance, it's past. Okay, darling, it's past.
Are they looking at us?
It seems that they should have noticed you, but they seem to be keeping up this performance of frogs, as Sylvester has pointed out. There's ribbit, flies, I love flies, it's sticking out the tongue. And the other one goes, ribbit, ribbit, and then hops and almost falls off the rock. What do y'all do?
How far across is the others? How basically? I don't know the air geometry terms. It's across.
Oh yeah. The distance across the pond, just to go
Yeah.
across the pond, 45 feet.
How deep is the pond?
That's something you have to find out.
Nana Maisel pulls out her 50-foot silk rope, ties it to the end of her javelin, and the goal would be to yeet the javelin into a tree on the other side of the pond as hard as possible.
Why don't you go ahead and give me an attack roll with that javelin, please?
That is unfortunately fair. 17.
17. Hey,
Yeah.
that's not bad at all. Go ahead and roll damage to see how secure it is. How snug it
10.
is. 10? That's like 10 inches that it just goes into. Like, just as you just see Nana Maisel just go, mm-hmm. You know that thing you see, like people that do javelin during the Olympics, they hold up their hand like that and they're using it to aim, and then it just goes trot, 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 toss. Really good form for a woman her age, as it just that sails and this attached to the rope. The rope doesn't even hold it back any, just sails through the air and just with a twang hits this tree on the other side and is just snugly fit into that tree. And then you hear a red bat, good toss, red bat.
It was a good toss. No, wait, what?
I'm starting to think they're not like they weren't given good direction on the frog thing. Okay.
Before we cross, Nana wants to do one thing. Nana's gonna go over to the little guys and like slowly try to get to her level, like kneel down, but you hear like creaking of not only her bones but the armor underneath her thing. And she looks down to them and goes, "Hello, little ones. I have a question for you. Why are you frogs right now?"
Red bat.
Okay, you are a frog. Are you aware that frogs can swim?
Swim? Red
Yeah.
bat. Swim
Re-
in the water. Water. No, water. Bad. Water.
Water
bad. No,
bad.
frog.
Water ba-
Roll
but-
persuasion for me.
13?
13. All right.
This digital dice is not the best.
Gotta get the real stuff.
I know.
Okay.
I'm lazy.
You say that, and then one of them goes, swim, frog, swim, red bat. And the other two go, no, 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 don't do it. Don't do it, no. And then you see one kick off, and it does like with like a really hardy frog leap that you're like, it almost takes you aback because you're like, these silly little guys can't do much. And it like just leaps. It goes like 10 feet into the air, sails, and then just lands. And it goes, frogs and sweat ribbit. Oh no, no. And then sinks. And then little black tubular ringlets float up.
Nana
And
just
then the two toads go, oh no, red bat. No, no, no. He was so young. Oh no. You'll pay. You must pay for this. You must pay. And they start riveting, and you can see they inhale air, and you see their throat increase and get bulbous like a frog bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need you all. There's a javelin rope bridge that has been set up, which a rope bridge, javelin rope bridge. There's just a rope across the 45-foot pond. I need you all to roll initiative now. As these toadlets go rivet, and then they actually start riveting like frogs, and then get in their breath. So we've got Den with a 15, Farmar with a 9. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm just gonna write these numbers and then I'll assign the name to them. That's the smart thing to do. Okay, so at a 23, we've got Lila. At a 20, we've got Nana Maisel. At a 16, we've got Sylvester. Oh. At 15, we've got Din. At 12, we've got Fen. And at 9, we've got Farmer. All right. There's our initiative right there. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative for the freaky little guys. Excellent. Okay. All right. Okay. Lila, you see this. You see these two little frogs suck in air and everything like that. You're the first one to act. What do you do?
I shoot them with my longbow.
Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Cool. So first one is 19.
That hits.
Great. So D8 plus 3 is 6 points of damage.
Okay. Noted. Very good. Next one.
Is the same one still up?
It's still up. Yes.
Okay,
As you
so-
go ahead, arrow hits it. It goes as it's sucking in the air. You can hear the of like air leaking out of like where something that's like a tire that's got a leak in it.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the same one again.
Perfect. Roll the hit.
Okay. Worse. 13 to hit.
That does not hit as it
Gotcha.
glances off of its like slowly growing bubble form. Yeah.
Okay.
It just
And
glances off.
then oh shoot. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm done.
Okay, perfect. Next we will have the frog that you shot. Nana Basil, I need you to go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw as you hear a mighty ribbit burst out, and around you, you have to make a Constitution saving throw as you just feel this rippling effect.
That may or may not be a. It will be a. Unfortunately, a 7.
A 7. All right. You're going to go ahead and you're going to take 6 points of force damage as you get pushed back 15 feet. And then you see the other toad next to you gets just like stands stock still as it's still filling up. Perfect. As that happens, it hops over towards Den. All right. Nana Maisel.
How close are the frogs to the water?
I would say the one that just hopped towards Den is about now 15 feet away.
Mhm.
But the other one that's there is right next to it.
Okay. Nana Maisel is going to calmly walk over to the one still filling with air that's 5 feet away from it, and is going to use one attack action to shove it into the water.
Perfect. All right, go ahead and give me a. Let's go ahead and make it a shove action with athletics, please. I guess that'd be a bonus action. Shove.
14. It replaces one of your attack actions.
Oh, okay, perfect. Got it.
And then it's up to you to use either dex or strength to get out of it.
14. Okay, they're going to use strength. It doesn't matter, as a 4 is nothing to a 14. As you go ahead and you pick the direction to shove it, and you shove thusly towards the pond, and it goes, oh no, as it, and instead of riveting, it goes, oh no. As the air just pumps out of it, it hits the water, skids across the water, and it starts to sink.
Based on your last attack, you pushed me back 15, so I had to
Yeah.
walk 15.
Yep.
And that other thing walked 15 feet away, so I should be able to get to the other one this turn, correct?
Absolutely, yes.
Longsword.
Yeah.
Swing. Does a 22 hit?
It does. Can you roll damage, please?
Oh yeah. Okay. And then just real quick, just don't count that real quick. That's going to be plus another 2d8 because she's going to smite the crap out of it. Does 19 points of damage do anything?
Den, you see this little guy, this freaky little guy hopping over to you, this froggy little guy. And it goes, I'll get you, Ribbit, I'll get you. And then there's a thunk as it stops, and then it turns to black tubular little ringlets and it falls apart on either side of this sword. As you see, Nana Maisel has swiftly dealt with that.
Are
And
you
you
okay,
feel-
my dear?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
And you hear
just wanna make sure.
I'm fine. And then you hear a read that, and it echoes across the empty pond area.
Hello.
And then the trees start rustling a little bit more. Read that, and it echoes
Probably
again. The
time to
pond,
go.
and you can hear a thump, and from where you had just entered from, and y'all were heading towards this pond in a little grouping around the pond, leaping from the tree line, a giant, we'll call it a dire, froggy little guy, that is about the size, about 6 foot tall, and 4 smaller ones leap out, and they just a chorus of "Rebets, I'm a frog, I like flies," starts resounding, and we'll get to the next one in line. Sylvester, what are you doing?
What is even happening today? So are there any are there any between us and the lake?
No.
Okay, so they're all now, are they basically we're between the new additions and the lake?
Yes, you're between the new additions and that pond that has the rope across.
Yeah, they need to cool it now. All right. It's only for Lemar. Okay. In that case, let's see. I think, yeah, I don't really, yeah, Sylvester, like this wasn't, he wasn't sure what they were expecting for hunting party, mostly the party part, and we haven't actually really done a lot of hunting either. Lila's been really good at tracking, but after Nana Maisel's throw, like we gotta go. We don't really have time for this. So he turns around and the same kind of thunder that you heard before, like dramatically happens again as he just claps his hands towards this assemblage and casts Thunder Wave.
Excellent. Can you go ahead? Is Thunderwave is saving throws from them, or are you rolling a spell attack roll?
It is con save DC 14.
DC 14. Excellent. I'll go ahead and make those checks. Why don't you go ahead and roll for me, though? Can you roll a D100 for me, please?
Now,
Now.
you butt. Oh my goodness, that is a 91.
A 91, you said?
Yeah, thank you for that donation, everyone. Appreciate it.
Excellent. Well, you feel pretty confident, Sylvester, as you go ahead and you clap your hands together in casting Thunder Wave, as the 4 little froggy, the froggy little guys get affected by your Thunder Wave, but the big one saves against it. So go ahead and roll your damage for that as thunder claps, and as you roll a 91.
Oh goodness. Okay, that is 6 points of thunder damage for the failed save, and they are pushed 10 feet away, and then that will be 3 points of thunder damage for the actual save.
Perfect. You go ahead, and as you do that, at the same moment as thunder claps and everything, there's just this like a truck backfiring kind of noise as a fog cloud erupts from around, centered around you, Sylvester, enveloping Finn, Lyra, Din, and Farmar. As you have casted Thunderwave and Fog Cloud has erupted around, centered around you. And that will be centered around you for 9 rounds of combat. So yeah.
That's not part of the act. What is practically for us? What are the effects of Fog Cloud on us or others? What
So
does that
in a
do?
20-foot radius around you, centered around you, the area is heavily obscured. So it's going to last for that duration of 1 hour, actually, instead of 9 rounds, 1 hour. And then, or unless a wind of moderate or greater speed disperses it. So essentially, this fog heavily obscures your vision within it.
Okay. Interesting. And it seems to be centered on me. I mean, what
Yep.
wouldn't be? Let's be
Yep.
honest. And is the were the frogs that were they actually on rocks in the pond, or were they just hanging out next to the pond?
They were on rocks within the pond. Yeah, on like the edge of the pond.
Okay. I think kind of like, I guess you actually can't see Sylvester pondering his options because we're in the middle of a fog cloud. But he kind of realizes like, I gotta get this is I'm doing this. And Sylvester actually vanishes as a bonus action using Misty Step that he was unaware that he could do until something strange happened today. And then reappears on the rope, the rope bridge that Nana Maisel has created for us, and is like, hello? What? And then just focuses on keeping their balance.
Excellent, excellent. Go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics check for that.
All right.
That
We'll
little
go.
rope bridge moment.
That will be an 18.
Excellent, 18. Yeah, you definitely catch yourself as a heavy cloud had erupted around all of you, coughing for a moment, but then you hear a snap, almost like Nightcrawler's Bamf, just that pop, and then another pop. And then you see that fog cloud has started centering on top of the rope that was foisted by Nana Maisel. Excellent turn. That brings us to Din. Din, you see that there is 4 froggy little guys got knocked back. And then one froggy big guy is still there, standing stout and tough. What are you doing?
Are we all still surrounded by the fog?
No, the fog has moved over. It's almost like there's a
Okay.
fog over the pond instead. Or
I
like
see,
a
I
cloud is
see.
hanging super low, almost.
In that case, I would like to cast Bane.
Okay.
On 2 of the little ones and the large one. 14. They have to be to 14 charisma.
14 charisma. Got it. No. No.
So
They
whenever
none of them passed. Tragically.
yeah, whenever they do a attack roll or a saving throw, they must roll a d4 and subtract that from the attack roll or saving.
Got it. Okay, I'll get my D4 ready. Perfect. I'll go ahead and mark them here. Perfect. And you said on two of the freaky little guys and a froggy big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Sick. Okay, excellent. Anything else with your turn?
One of the ones that I didn't cast that on because there's 4 little guys, 1 big guy, so I cast on 2. Big guy.
Got it.
I would like to cast Stunning Look. on the other one. So I basically smize them to death if I can, if I win.
Okay.
So let me see. They have to roll a wisdom saving throw 14.
Okay. Perfect.
And then I'll roll a d6 in case it works.
And that's on Froggy Little Guy 3. Got it.
Yeah.
And that's 14, you said?
Yes.
That's a 5. Okay, so that does not win. Succeed. So what are the effects as it
They
gets
take
smized?
9 psychic damage.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, you smize at it, like you give it a stunning look. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you hit it with a blue steel, and there's just like this like moment where it goes and then looks like it just has a really bad headache, like a Psyduck has a really bad headache, and it's just like, oh, it's bad. Oh, ribbit. Oh, ribbit. This guy looks pretty bad. It's like he's doing a
Forgot
not
he's
too
also
great.
stunned till the next turn.
Perfect. Okay.
Forgot about that
Smized
part.
and stunned. Excellent. Anything else? Perfect. Okay. Then we are going to get on with the big froggy guy getting stunned and smized is going to look over at you, Din, and go, "Oh no!" Or the big froggy guy seeing the little guy get smized and stunned goes, "Oh no, red bad," and sticks its tongue out, and it bullets towards you. What is your AC?
Who's getting attacked?
Din.
Oh,
I think actually I have your character sheet right here. Actually,
Dan is muted.
15. Okay, perfect.
15, yeah.
Yeah, so you go to like block it or bat it away, and you try to do like this like kind of like spin move, and it catches you right on the back, and you feel yourself stop short. I need you to give me a strength saving throw, please.
Should be great. That's a 6.
A 6. That is not enough. You're going to go ahead and you're going to take 6 acid damage as you
Oh.
get pulled towards this froggy big guy, rocketed, and he bites down on you. You're going to
Oh.
also be taking 2 points of piercing damage, as you are now also like considered grappled, as you have been bit down by this froggy big guy.
What was the first
And-
damage again for?
That was
6?
6 acid damage, yeah, and then 2 piercing damage.
Ow.
Perfect. Perfect. I saw that. Herb. I saw that. Excellent. Okay. He is then next going to hop. And he's gonna say rivet as the mouth is full. And then hop, and is going to hop overhead of you all, and then land with a massive thud behind you. Like on the other side of the pond. So Frog Cloud Sylvester, Fog Cloud Sylvester. You saw this frog, this froggy big guy leap with Din in its mouth and land on the side that you're heading towards, and goes.
I heard
"Then."
something. What happened? Did something happen? Are you all okay out there?
Hello.
Don't know if I can see anything.
With that, Finn, what are we doing? So to give you a rundown, on the side of the pond that you're on, you see that there are 4 froggy little guys. Two of them have been baned. One is smized and stunned, having a Psyduck migraine, and the other one is hopping towards y'all. And then on the other side of the pond, there's a fog that is hanging above the pond, and then you see there's the big frog with Din in its mouth. What are you doing?
Can I? How is it? I want to pick up one of the little froggy little guys and just garden spade them into the water. Just chuck them.
Yeah, we absolutely can see if that happens. Go ahead and give me a D20 roll with your spade bonus, please.
What's my spade bonus again? I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15 with
Plus
your
8.
spade bonus. That's plus 8 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 8. So it's a 23. I'm gonna have him roll a strength saving throw. He rolled a natural 1. Okay, perfect. Yeah, as you just with all of your might just go, okay, and is it the one that's not stunned
Yeah.
or banged? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go over and you just run and dramatically just dig your spade into the ground and then just lift with all your might. And then you just all see through the air, this froggy little guy just plop land in the pond, and then fizzy little tubular ringlets pop up. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. All right. Fantastic. Moving on. Anything else you're doing with your turn? Bonus action or any other movement?
Can I attack one of the other ones?
You have an extra attack. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just try to do the same thing for the second one.
Okay. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I see. Go ahead and make that 20 sided die attack.
Listen, 18 plus 8. This dice is being rolled nice to me
18
today.
plus 8. Go ahead and roll damage with your hammer. Huh?
And that's a D. What am I rolling with that?
That is a D8 with your hammer. +4.
That's a 5 plus 4 is 9.
5 plus 4. Yeah, is 9. 9 damage. Yeah. You go ahead and you crack on the egg head of one of those froggy little guys that has Bane on it. And it just gets cracked and it just goes, ah! And it looks like the same it looks like the same. There's just two froggy little guys having a migraine. All right. As you do that, it's almost like you're playing a video game. Like if you've ever seen Scott Pilgrim, because as you crack his head, you hear almost like slot machines moving, and then a ka-kunk, 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 bring, 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 bring. You can hear it, but you don't see where it's coming from. And then at each of your feet, from like the ground up, it's from the eggy little guy's mouth from in front of you. You all get 50 gems worth 1,000 gold as the gem card was pulled, a 2 of hearts. So you can all add 50 gems worth 1,000 gold as it just starts sprouting out of the ground. It's almost like a scene from Beverly Hillbillies. There's oil, but instead of oil, it's just 50 gems just start shooting out of the ground. This froggy little guy has it come out of his mouth. Wild things are happening here. There was a man smoking a cigarette earlier that just randomly appeared. What's happening? Perfect. Is there anything else that is happening with your move?
Can I don't know how possible this is with my movement, but can I because Ben can have like the nimble foot thing. Can I just parkour to the left around the pond? Like how far is that?
I mean, yeah, on the left side, it's gonna be a pretty tough thing to like parkour through. It's a bunch of thickets and it seems like vines and everything like that. There's a bunch of gunk just stuck in it and like junk stuck up in it too. So yeah, go ahead and give me an acrobatics or athletics check. It's gonna be at a pretty high DC though.
These dice be good to me. Does the 19 work?
Does a 19 work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have athletics as well. I think I have a bonus on that, right?
Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah. You
Plus
do.
8.
Plus 8 on your athletics.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's a 8 plus an 18, 26. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and describe what happens as we just see, yeah, you just spade, like garden spade one of these froggy little guys into the water. You crack the other one over the head. Gems appeared at everybody's feet. Like and you just start running. You just Naruto run over to the left side of the pond.
You
What
know
does it
those-
look like as you start deftly maneuvering?
You know those goats that just have no business being on the side of a mountain and they're like holding themselves up by like physics, just sheer will? That's just what Finn is doing across these like rocks and on like a side of a tree that doesn't even have like any, it should, again, they have no business being where they are and they just run over because they want to go help Din.
Just cloven hooves moving with the ferocity and fire of 1,000 suns, because that's how fast you're moving, Finn, as you just definitely land on the side using your horns to give yourself like a little bit of stability, and
Like
you
a
just
superhero
land.
landing pose.
Exactly, yeah, on the other side. Sylvester, you think something pretty cool happened over to your left hand. You could probably, it sounded really cool. The
He's
rest of
just-
you all
just
did see
trot,
it.
trot, 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 trot. What?
Yeah.
Are y'all
You
still
just hear goat
okay?
hooves. You just hear like
Everybody else,
clomping.
y'all saw it. It looked pretty cool. Yeah. You're like, what kind of gardener is that? Perfect. Excellent. That is going to bring it up to Farmer. Your move.
Right, Farmar stares in amazement at this feat of athletics that Fen just displayed, and for a second, you can see the wheels turning, and he kind of strikes a balance to try and maybe do the same thing, and then shakes his head and just looks over to the froggy big guy and says, "You drop her," and casts command.
All right. Okay. What is the saving throw threshold?
A wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16. Oh, just shy with a 14. Yeah, and you just see it goes, really? And just like drop dead, you fall to the ground. Just plop to the ground, and it does so.
Someone needs to teach you all a lesson. Just such putting people in your mouth. Who raised you?
Perfect.
Gross.
Love to see it. What else with your your move? Here?
I think that he's good there.
Perfect. Okay. Standing stoically. That brings us to our two smized and stunned and our baned froggy little guys here, bringing up the rear with a 7 initiative. So Finn, you're no longer in the area. Lila, one is going to hop over to you. This has been baned. And is going to attempt to froggy headbutt you. It just launches itself like a little frog torpedo towards you. The same with you, Nana Maisel, and Farmer. You are all going to get one. Sylvester, you feel the rope move as y'all see one hopped towards the rope and shimmied onto the rope into the fog cloud. But you hear something is on the rope with you. I think that's one of the worst things that a tightrope walker that's blindfolded would ever want to feel on the rope is another thing on it. Perfect. Also, speak in the chat that there is a cat on screen. The cat tax has been paid.
This is Harvey.
Perfect. What is your I've got I've got Farmer's AC. which is 18. What is Nana's and what is Lila's AC?
Lila's is 15.
Got it. And then Nana, what is yours?
18. Sorry.
18? Perfect. Okay. These three oh, I gotta roll Banes for 2 of them. Okay, never mind. 1 second.
Yes. You
Jeez.
thought that you could hit me. But
Okay.
we was born with AC.
Okay.
Molded by it.
They rocket themselves and they just hit the front of you, Farmer and Nana. And it's just like this like unsatisfying thud and then drop. And then like they roll over and their froggy feet are kicking up in the air and they're trying to get back up and they're like, wow, wow, hey, help, help. Lila, the other one rockets and headbutts into you and knocks into you and knocks the wind out of you. And you are going to be taking 5 bludgeoning damage. Can you go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Lila, you get +3 because you're next to me.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
You feel very
Um,
protected because of Nana.
Yay. So it'll be a 13.
a 13. You go ahead and you start brushing off, and you realize as you look on your gloved hands, you can see that some of the mud that was on those things has gotten on one of your fingers. And you pull your glove off and you see that start of your fingers has started to turn to stone as you have been infected with rot poisoning. Go ahead and take a level of exhaustion. Den, I need you to also give me a Constitution saving throw. It is a DC 14. You just missed it, Lila.
Oh my god.
If Dan is within 3 feet of Nana, +3 to your save.
Den is
So
not because
that'll
Den's on
be
the other side of the pond.
Oh,
Nowhere near
yeah.
Mana, sorry.
no, and that's an 8. It was almost a nat 20. I'm so mad. Sat on it for just a second.
What did you get for your Constitution
Oh,
saving
an
throw,
8.
Den?
Sorry.
8. You also, when you
Yeah.
got bit by the thing, you see rot poisoning. As you can see, they're starting to petrify. Your skin is starting to petrify where you got bit. But that's okay, because even though this is happening, a shift in the wind in the air. There's a smell of atmosphere as lightning crashes, and you can feel the gods are on your side as you all get another level up. And so you are all now level 7 adventurers.
Holy moly.
Goodness gracious.
This is the most
Goodness
ridiculous power.
gracious. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Perfect. Okay. This brings us back to the top of the key, my friends. With that is Lila, 23.
Okay. Are my fingers still, is it growing?
Slowly, at a very slow rate, like moss. Chia like it grows.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just slowly growing amongst your skin. But yeah, enjoy, both of y'all enjoy your level of exhaustion as you've, developed rot poisoning. It
What?
doesn't seem like it is going to be affecting you too quickly, but it does seem to be spreading, yes.
Okay. What does that do? Does that give me a negative?
Exhaustion?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are different levels of exhaustion
Okay.
within 5e. The first level is going to give you, let me pull up my little sheet here. Disadvantage on ability checks. So if I say like, hey, give me an ability check of like strength or things of that nature, strength, constitution, intelligence, you will have disadvantage on those.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So just like on straight ability checks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Okie dokie.
Cool. Okay. So I am going to Are there any of them still close to me?
Yeah, there is the one that rocketed and did hit you.
Oh,
That one is close to you, yeah. And there are the ones that attacked Farmer and Nana as well.
okay. Sorry. Harvey's attacking my thing. My headphones. But they're probably too close to shoot.
Yes, yeah.
And then martial versatility would replace my fighting style, right? It wouldn't add a fighting style. Correct. Yes, it replaces
Yes,
it. Okay. And I
correct,
want to
yeah.
keep my fighting style as being archery. Okay. Um okay. And the big one is across the pond.
Yes, that one is across the pond. And there's one that you can't see someplace. It wasn't able to attack. It was stunned. So
Got it. Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna swing my short sword um
Perfect.
at the one, yeah, at the one in front of me.
Excellent.
I should still be able to add my proficiency. I think I can still add my proficiency to this because I'm
With the
proficient.
range? Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So that's a 14 to hit.
14 to hit. That just hits. Roll damage, please.
Cool. Okay. Okay, that's 4 points of piercing damage.
4 points of piercing damage. Roger that. Yeah, as you go ahead and you stab into it, it goes, no, please, no, whoa, ribbit, just a frog. But as you go ahead and stab into it.
Cool.
Anything else that you're doing?
Yeah, I get an additional attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stab it with my short sword again, and that was a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay, so in my games, natural 20, you're going to take the max damage that you
Okay.
can get with your short sword, and then you're going to roll again and add that to it.
Okay, so the max damage I can get is 9 points of damage,
Yeah.
and then I just roll and add whatever to
Yeah.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So
Natural 20. We'd love to
So-
see it.
8 plus 9 is 17 points of damage
Amazing.
from a short
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah,
Holy
you
crap.
go ahead and like you 2 cuts, just one, and then bring it back around for the backhand cut, and then there's just a nice slice, and there's sways, and it goes ribbit, 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 and then it collapses into a bunch of tubular black ringlets. Perfect, excellent. Any movement?
I'm gonna move towards the pond.
Okay.
Because yeah, I want to make my way towards the big one.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. We will have that occur. Yeah, start making your way through around, because you can kind of do that now a little bit now that the frogs have been moved out of the way as well. Excellent. Okay, that brings us down to Nana. What do you got for us?
Who is around me right now?
There's a little guy in front of you. There's a little guy over there next to you because of Farmar. And there's a big guy across a pond. And there's a stunned little guy holding its head like it's having a migraine. Like it just got off of work. And it's just people talking to me.
Free action. Nana's gonna go. Don't worry, Days. I have the ones over here. Go help our friends across the pond. As from underneath her robes, it feels like pure blackness starts to slowly erupt from where she stands, and she's going to cast darkness from her point, which is a 30-foot radius. I'll make sure that's good. That's a big thing. Yeah, 60-foot range, so 30-foot radius. Nope, 15-foot radius sphere. My bad, 15. Not that broken. So 15 feet. around Nate from where, because she casted it on herself. It's now darkness. And
Perfect.
because we're now level 7, I took a level of fighter, and my fighting technique is blind fighting.
Oh my god.
And for those of you who don't understand, that means I now have an advantage on things I attack, and they have disadvantage on things that attack me.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I'm going to attack the wall guy.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make that attack on that froggy little guy. What a good little tactical combo. I love it. We love to see it. Thank you, Paladin Grandma.
You are welcome. Paladin Grandma does the Paladin Grandma things. Does a 24 hit?
Yes, of course.
Okay. That's fine.
Thank you for asking, though. That's really nice
Hey,
of you.
hey, things could happen. That's an 8. But
Okay.
wait a minute. There's more. That would be a total of 19 points of damage as a bright flashing light pops out of the darkness for a few seconds.
Yeah. We just see the pop and the flash, and then just a lone little tubular black ringlet just rolls out of this darkness that's emanating from Nana. It's like one of the froggy little guys stops his rubbing his temples and goes, "Oh no, oh no, Dennis, no." Perfect. Excellent. All right. Here we go. Is there anything else, Nana?
Just for flavor text, her piercing yellow eyes do pierce through the darkness a little bit.
Perfect. Okay. That brings it around to Sly. Sylvester, you are on the rope, you're balanced. There's a fog cloud around you, and you just heard something else land on the rope. And you know there's rustling happening all around you. You're gonna hear stuff popping off.
Yeah, what everyone's doing sounds really, really cool. And I think from within this fog cloud over the lake pond, what are we over? Bunch of gross
Yeah, it's
water
like
stuff.
a pond. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
a pond.
Anyone who kind of looks like around can see like the water starts rippling, and from within the center of the fog cloud, Sylvester just starts singing this long and powerful note that just reaches up to the sky as they cast Warding Wind. And it kind of it basically is enough of a wind to dissipate the fog. What's on the bridge with Sylvester?
So you cast Warding Wind, and yeah, that fog cloud finally dissipates and clears out from around you. It's centered around you as we see this twister. It's funny, we talked about this during the break. Twister. This deafening wind that is also just shooting out that fog around from the area, and you see this froggy little guy that's doing just 1 foot in front of the other, moving around. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. On this rope bridge with you. And it's just like, help, windy. It's heckin' windy. Help, help.
As the wind disperses the fog, Sylvester kind of looks at the froggy little guy. Do you know what happens when a froggy little guy is struck by lightning? I don't know. Din, and casts Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action towards Din.
Amazing. Go ahead and mark your. So you're level 7. What is your Bardic Inspiration?
I don't even know. I will
Nice.
look. It's a D8.
A D8, yeah. So go ahead and take a D8 Bardic Inspiration there, Din. As you can just feel. And Thank you for the layers. I also thank you for the X-Men reference as well. Real ones know. Real ones know. What did you expect? Yellow spandex.
That was the second outfit that they were going to wear today.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Anyways, so anything else, Sylvester? Any movement or anything like that?
No, it became difficult terrain for this unfortunate, probably terrified froggy little guy. But Sylvester's holding firm because magic is doing weird stuff today, and they're not sure they should actually get near anyone just yet.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Excellent. We are now moving on again to Den.
So who is around me right
A big old frog is around you, and there's a windstorm happening around Sylvester. You cannot hear anything that's happening, but you can see Sylvester mouthing something to this froggy little guy that's just outside of the. Who I now realize the froggy little guy probably didn't hear it either, but it was a really cool line.
They got the meaning.
But
They
there is
got
a
the meaning.
there's a
They got
froggy
the- they
big
got the
guy
vibes.
right behind you that's lurching.
Then I'm going to turn to the big, sorry. So I'm on like a half screen and D&D Beyond is weird on a half screen. I keep losing everything.
It's okay.
There's all my stuff. Okay. I am going to go ahead and pull out my daggers. And Din's not happy. This big thing messed up her outfit, and that is unacceptable. So she's going to stab it. She's just gonna walk right up to it and stab it.
Perfect. Go ahead and make that attack roll, please.
Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna use that bardic inspiration
Amen.
because that was a 3. How does an 18 sound?
18 sounds fantastic.
Wonderful. So that is going to be 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you go ahead and you stab, and you can feel it barely give, but it does a little bit, and you just hear it, ow, as 5 damage goes ahead and is given to the froggy big guy.
I have dual wielding, so I'm gonna stab him again.
Absolutely, give me that roll again.
Ah, heck. No, that's a 7.
Perfect. Excellent. You said that's a 7? Okay. Yeah. The other one, you try to stab it again, and it sticks out its froggy tongue and blocks with it. Like grabbing your sword, and then and then you pull it back. But you riposte, getting ready to attack again. All right, so you attacked, and
Gross.
then you did dual weapon attacking. Are there any movements that you're going to be doing? Anything like that? Any deft maneuvering?
What if she came? Yeah, because that was my bonus action. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Perfect. Okay. That brings us to the froggy little guy. Who you saw those 2 other froggy little guys. The froggy big guy does the sucks in the air and looks at you, and you can hear it peep out the other side, and he goes, "You're gonna want to hold on to something." And then you hear ribbit just like a really loud, confident ribbit that just soars across the pond. I need you and Sylvester. Well, Sylvester, give me a strength saving throw at advantage because you have your warding wind around you. That's up. Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw, please, Din. If you have any bonuses that might help you or anything, do take that into account. Any reactions or anything.
Oh shit. Yeah. Can I do silvery barbs? I forget I had that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you totally can.
My bad.
No, yeah, that's great. Amazing
I
stuff.
keep
Yes.
forgetting. I keep forgetting about reaction. I'm not
It's
used
the
to having
best reaction.
reactions.
Yeah, Bard's reacting is the best. That's a natural 20 for Sylvester on the save.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, nothing. You're just like, that was a really confident ribbit. You barely heard it, but it was clear to you. It just sounded like somebody just said ribbit, like kind of clearly. It didn't sound very loud to you because of all the wind. But yeah, you go ahead and roll with advantage then. Because like typically they would re-roll. But then yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage and take the higher one for your strength saving throw.
So that is a 12.
Perfect. A 12. Okay. All right. You also can choose a different creature that you see within range. You can also choose yourself and give them advantage on their next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. It makes within 1 minute.
Help Sylvester out.
Sylvester. Okay, so you have the
Sylvester
benefit of a
helped
silvery
me.
barb, essentially. So you've been you get a reroll within the next minute. Perfect. You do go flying backwards though, about 10 feet right into the pond. You are going to take 1 force damage. But as you go into the water, you splash into it, and you stand up quickly. It doesn't seem very deep, and you realize it's not very deep. And then it starts to burn a little bit. Go ahead and roll Constitution saving throw for me one more time, please.
You haven't used your bardic inspiration. Did you use it yet?
Yeah, used it for the
Dang it.
yeah. What'd you get for your
Sorry.
Constitution saving throw?
That's what it was, Constitution. Sorry. I was like,
Yeah.
what am I rolling
It's
again?
okay.
That's a 4.
A 4.
You're
Okay.
not rolling well.
You are poisoned.
Yay.
And thus you will take the conditions of poisoned. Which just means that you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And you take 4 points of like poison damage.
Mhm.
As you've discovered that this pond is actually a fetid pond. It is now becoming a fetid swamp almost, as you
Ooh.
realize that there's actually like a source of the rot growth right here. This seems to be a source for like where a lot of these froggy little guys are coming from. As you realize and you look down in the ground, yeah, there's actually a purple glowing coming from the center of this pond. All right. Okay. Booyah. We go on to the next one, which is that was the big froggy guy. He chuckles and hops over closer to the rope bridge that Sylvester is on. Next we've got Finn. What are you doing? You have ran over to the next side. You gracefully danced over to the next side of the pond. Where are we at?
Can I just attack the? I have one trick, and it's hitting things. So
You want to
we're just
attack the
gonna-
big froggy guy, the
yeah.
froggy big guy? Absolutely attack the froggy big guy. Wielding your spade and your hoe, and attack, charging in. Go ahead and roll an attack, please.
And I get since it's dual wielding, right? I get bonus damage on the second attack, right?
Yes, yeah, you do get you're using you get to use your proficiency in rolling for
So
that.
my hoe does double damage.
Yes, you would say that your hoe does.
I'm
Not double, but you get to add your proficiency.
Right. Sorry, my bad. Not that powerful, but
Yeah.
just wanted that for clarification. I'm rolling a d20, right?
You're rolling a d20 for your first attack.
Thank you. That is an 11.
11, that is not enough to hit as your spade bounces off of this thing and it goes, wow. Go ahead and give a hoe attack, please.
Since I just wait, so you see my hoe. Sorry. 14.
A 14 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that one, please.
And remind me what I rolled for that.
D8 plus 4 for that one, I think.
Yes. The 7 plus 4.
Oh, 11. Okay, yeah, you go ahead and it finds give in it and it goes, ow. Actually, well, first one, but that one actually hurt. Wow, wow, ow. As you do that, and this guy looks pretty beat up right now. Now you do technically have a bonus action because you have you have an attack and an extra attack. You moved, but you do have a bonus action. By the benefits of this, you could attack again, essentially, with your
Yeah, why
hoe.
not? Let's
Go
just
ahead and roll another
throw the
attack.
spade at it again. Why not? Why not?
Perfect.
The 15.
A 15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
And that's still a D8.
Yep.
Or-
D8 plus 4.
That's an 8. My
An
rainbow
8.
dice are being so nice to me today.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It was an 8 plus
um,
4.
An 8 plus 4. Yeah, you go ahead and like you see and he goes, wow, ow, ow, actually, and then you hit it right in its mouth and hook, and it finds give again, and it goes, okay, ow, all right, time out, time out, time out. With that, is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's all the spades and hoes I could throw at it.
Perfect. That's all the spades and hoes you could throw at it. That brings us to Farmer. Farmer, what are you doing?
Seeing the extra distress that Din is in because of this fetid swamp, Farmar will summon his strength. He feels like he's 4 levels more devoted to his goddess than he was when he got up this morning, and so he's going to say fetid water, still water, and cast control water to part the pond and clear out the middle of it. Also like clearing the water off of Din, and then start kind of like, making his way across the middle of the pond.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you just go ahead and right there, part the water. Fantastic stuff. Yeah. And you just start walking right across. Look at Farmer right there. Level 7, huh? That's the power of a level up, gang. Or 4 of them. Say how. Say
And
how.
for one more level, I could do it again.
Yeah.
Just
You
saying.
know, we could do it again for one more level. It does last for 10
it's for the
minutes.
kids.
It's for the kids. Yeah, do it for the kids. Absolutely. In the words of DMX, I do it all for the kids. All right. Anything else? Bonus action, or you're already moving across the pond?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Yeah. I think we even have this cool moment of Sylvester. You see the water pass through you. Din, you feel yourself on stable ground, and y'all actually all 3 can see that open gash of the wound where there is a like this rot that's leaking out of it. Now the water has parted. You can see it's just like this gash in the earth with purple and these like black tubular writhing things like growing out of it. So yeah. Any bonus actions, Farmer?
No.
Okay, perfect. That brings us all the way back to the top. Lila. We've got a Stun and Smice guy, we've got a Bane guy, and then we've got a Froggy Big guy.
Okay, great. So now there's like we can like safely go across the pond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Exhaustion. Oh, never mind. Exhaustion is a condition, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Oh shoot. I'm remembering the rules of tabletop.
Are you trying to shoot the Froggy Big guy?
No, I'm trying to cast Lesser Restoration on Din, but I don't have enough movement to get to her.
Oh.
I have 35 movement, but I have Misty Step, but I can't cast Misty Step and Lesser Restoration in the same turn.
Oh, go ahead and cast 2 spells in the same turn. You can do. Look, if you can do it in video
Oh.
games, then go ahead and do it right here at the time. Yeah, we're in a one shot.
Okay.
Babe. You're level 7, and you're fighting against some level 3 enemies. Let's go. Come on.
All
Or like
right.
technically level 4 enemies, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Well,
so you can go ahead and Misty Step over to Den. You go
Yeah.
ahead, hop over, and then you're going to cast Lesser Restoration.
correct, to
on
end
Den
her
again.
the poisoning, right? She's poisoned, right?
Yeah. Den, you can feel it. Yeah, that rot poisoning just crumbles off. That little clay, just that mud just crumbles off of you, dries up, and just gets swept up in that wind that's over the pond and everything. This is a lot of natural phenomena happening today.
Ta-da! That's my turn. But now I'm on the other side of I'm by the big guy now, right?
Yeah, you are.
Cool.
Yeah, you're near big guy.
Bring it
Perfect.
on.
Bring it on, indeed. I did forget that there was one little guy left, and he starts hopping after y'all, Farmer and Nana. He's trying to give like a wide berth around Nana. It's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. But that was our one. That was our one F-bomb.
Yeah!
I would have felt bad if we wasted it, so okay.
PG-13. Okay, great. Sorry. Session zeros are great. You get little jokes like that. Okay, great. Yeah, and he starts hopping, but he doesn't move fast enough or far enough to be able to attack anybody. Except, okay, Nana, you got an AC of 18. He looks at you and gives like
By the way, disadvantage because darkness.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, disadvantage. Yeah, just bounce. Not even close to you. Just goes ribbit. Okay, perfect. I did forget that's at the bottom. Okay, after Lila, that brings us to Nana. It's you next.
Can Nana get to the big guy in one turn?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Nana notices that the sea has parted.
Mhm.
And so this big dark cloud of evil energy just starts making its way calmly to the big guy, even allowing whatever attacks of opportunity might happen. She does not care. All she does is just walk up to the big guy, covers him in darkness, and goes, "You have been a bad, bad boy." And she's gonna first thing, she's gotta pop her spiritual weapon as a bonus action and swings with that first.
Okay.
And
Excellent. Attack.
that's gonna attack. Nana's kind of broken at 7 level, but that's just it is a D6. I'll just roll that right quick. That is a 15. Does 15 hit big boy?
Yes, it does.
All right. Let's go. Yes. So that's gonna be 8 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, okay.
And then let me just roll both of my regular attacks now and get it over with. That's going to be the first one's going to be an 18.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be a 24. Do both of those hit?
Yes, they do.
All right. So I'm going to roll this twice. First thing. That is 13 plus 6 plus
What's his face? I cannot.
13
can't
plus
right now.
6 plus another.
I just feel bad about this guy against the level 7 paladin.
That is a 9. That is a 27. And you know what? I'll pop it. No, I can't because it did. That would be 13, 6, 9. That would be 28 points of damage.
What happens? What happens to this big froggy guy as Nana? You like make your way this this emissary of darkness and shadow, just making your way over. Yeah, that exactly that. That's in
First
your
thing,
background.
Nana raises her hand and pops the spiritual weapon as her little spider leg spiritual weapon slashes against its face real quick, burning it, and then its great long sword comes and engulfs it in darkness, and all you hear is just flesh being like destroyed because you can't see anything. And then once it's over, it's like Akuma from Street Fighter. She's just standing there with the darkness dissipates from around her and goes, No one messes with my family.
Oh. And there's just nothing left. Not even little black ringlet tubings or anything like that. And then the other froggy little guy goes, "Oh wow, that's regrettable that just happened. I'm out of here." And you see the one that's shimmying on the rope just goes, "Nope," and just hops off, and just hops off. Ending combat and giving us 10 minutes. This pond is open. You do see that there is a fissure right here. There's where that rot seems to be spilling out. What are we doing, gang? As also there is that warding wind that is around Sylvester as well. Dissipate. Yep. Like a college
we-
band director, a high school band director, and we're done.
Can we roll something to like?
Yeah, do we?
I don't. Can we like? I don't know. Can we
Yeah,
roll
we can give,
something
like,
to like
a-
look
what do
at
we-
it?
An
What do we know
arcana
about the
or a
rod?
nature
Yeah.
roll from anybody. Yeah,
A nature.
definitely.
A
Yeah,
nature.
or arcana. Yeah, yeah.
I think they're
Well,
both the same for
Yeah.
me.
Amazing.
They're the same.
One
and they're
shot
both plus
builds, baby.
0.
Dirty 20.
That's
13.
18 for Arcana.
Yeah, 17 for nature.
Wow. I'm gonna let you guys handle this one.
Yeah, I got
That's
like
a
10.
4. My intelligence is -1.
You know, Din
so.
and Lila we're just over here like
Y'all have
chilling.
done a lot of good work today.
We're like looking at Lila's like petrifying hand, like trying to
Probably
figure this
like,
out.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Finn's just like, whoa.
Like,
Yeah, as you're all kind of looking over it, stringing together this kind of the nature of this, it's an aberrant fissure. Is probably like the best way to describe it, but it seems to be that like there's like points in like the material plane, as we all understand it, and everything that are thin. Where like there are areas where there's like a Fey realm thinny or something of that nature. This seems to be one of those areas, but it seems to have been infected and open. It's like an open wound. So it needs to be cleansed, and it probably needs to be closed.
Would you say that this would be like a disease of nature?
Yeah, I guess we could say that.
Nana will grab Lila's hand real quick, walk her over to the fissure. She will close her eyes and she will dump all of her lay on hands pool into Layla in the fissure to neutralize the disease.
Nice. Yeah. You can go ahead and like burst out, just kind of like split it and everything like that. Less the restoration right there. Going ahead and dropping, you feel as that fissure starts slowly sealing up. You see the rot poisoning that was spreading on your hand starts to slowly fade away and fall off together, and that fissure closes up.
Lila looks at Nana and says, "I'm gonna bring you cookies every day."
Good, because I'm very tired. I can't do anything else today.
And I think on that note, Sylvester, as you're on the rope and everything like that, you all hear a this boar call, and then a charging sound, and then crashing through the brush and the trees. You see this massive brown, reddish furred boar, massive tusks that have rotted vines growing around it. Moss that was once probably green turned purple and gray growing upon it, and it has these tubular black ringlets moving around it, almost like worms moving around all over the body and everything. A little bit like Princess Mononoke.
I was about to say it's giving Princess Mononoke.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it like all of that, and it snarls and it sniffs the air, and it looks up at you all, and it has these deep purple eyes that are like crying almost, and you can see that there's this rot crying from it. And then it gives one last snarl and howl and snort of a boar, and it starts charging towards the group, and the screen cuts to black, and we will see "to be continued?" next time, because that's all the time that we have for tonight, gang. I went to the P.T. Barnum School of Leave Them Wanting More. So if you ever want to see more of that, then you can go ahead and follow me. My name's been Wes Franks. My pronouns are they, he. You can follow me on Twitter at Comfort Carry, and you can find me on Blue Sky at Carry and Comfort Studios. I have been your game master today. But while we have these few minutes left with each other, let's go ahead and have this wonderful cast go ahead and tell you all where you can find them one more time. And then we'll go ahead and get y'all sending on home. And I just want to say thank you before we get to that. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for having 4 level ups in this game. That's wild. We've raised so much money. That is so cool. So thank y'all so much. So yeah, go ahead and kick us off. Let's go in our same order, our overlay order. Calamity, kick us off.
Hello, everyone. I'm Calamity. You can find me all over the internet as Hey Calamity with 3 Ys at the end, except for on YouTube and Twitch. Those are 2 Ys at the end. I do all kinds of stuff in the tabletop space, from performance to production to dramaturgy, which is a newer thing I'm getting into. And I also do a bunch of cool stuff over on Telltale Hearts, and love to celebrate and promote diversity in the tabletop space. That's me. I do things. I'm done.
Excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead and bring it on to Lemar next.
Top of the morning to you, last is both and neither, and everyone in between. My name is Lemar, aka Lemar the Con Guy, Lemer the Con Guy. You can find me on all social medias at Lemar the Con Guy. All social medias made before 2023. After that, I stopped caring. I have did 3 D&D things this week, and I am taking a small 2-week break before next month, where I'll be doing 3 more things that have not been announced, so I can't tell you anything. I'm just a goofball. If you want me to play with you, reach out to me. 9 times out of 10, I'll say, ooh woo.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lemar. Selena.
Hi, I'm Selena Price. You can find me on most socials at the Selena Price, except for Twitch, which is at Selena Price. I am actually a variety streamer. I promise I am. And I'm also a dungeon master, and I'm an actor and a stand-up comedian. So if you ever are in the LA area and you want to see some stand-up, check my Instagram. I will keep you updated on my schedule there. And if I'm ever in anything on screen, I'll also update my socials as well. And yeah, I have my streaming schedule posted in my Discord. And breaking into the TTRPG space, this was a blast. So happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Fantastic. Excellent work, Selena. Okay. And then we've got Brian next.
Hi, I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian, pretty much everywhere on the internet. Just follow the thing that's below there, and you'll find me on most sites except on TikTok, because I have an underscore because somebody else has Urban Bohemian, and I'm kind of mad about it because they never even use the account, but that is a story for another time. You can catch me mostly streaming at twitch.tv/urbanbohemian, and oh, actually not this month, but usually once or twice a month, you can find me doing some charity TTRPG one-shots. And this has been wonderful today. Thank you so much, everybody, for your donations.
Excellent. And then after Brian, we've got Val.
Yeah, hi, I'm Val, or Space Valkyries. You can find me at twitch.tv/spacevalkyries, usually Wednesdays or Fridays. I'm a disabled person, so once or twice a week. It's chaotic, it's fine. You can also read my fiction. I write science fiction and fantasy under the pen name VM Ayala, so like go read my short stories. Thanks. Yeah, you can find me at Space Valkyries most places.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, the wonderful Wapuche. Go ahead and bring us home.
All right. Well, I am Wapuche. I am neither a creator nor a streamer. I'm just a guy who likes doing this. I mean, you know, if you want to do this with me, it's cool. You can reach me at the Wapuche, because somebody had at Wapuche. That person was me, but then I can't get into the account because I don't know the password. So, so I am the Wapuche, and yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for watching and thank this group for having me, and give more money to the PCRF.
Absolutely. And I want to shout out to Sin, our friendly neighborhood producer Fox, that was stepped in, did production for us tonight. That's fantastic. Fantastic work. Thank you so much. Absolutely, absolutely. And I appreciate all you at home that donated. I appreciate you all that have hung out with us for these past few hours. You go ahead and go take care of yourselves, drink plenty of water. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Keep watching. There is more at 8 p.m. Eastern. We've got more stuff coming up tonight. The French Tuck is going to be leading Sachi, Gnome Ann, Chris Gideon, Pooja, and Wicked Snack, an Escape from Hades, a D&D one-shot. So I think that's for you Hades fans out there. Go ahead and keep an eye tuned for that. And then keep those dollars moving, those incentives rolling. We've got giveaways and more this entire weekend. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you for your energy. Thank you all to this lovely group of players. You were all wonderful and a joy to play with. Thank you, Sin. Thank you, Jordan, for having us. And thank you all. Have a good night. Bye.